The one that calls all the plays. We analyze the games, break it down in all the ways. Talking touchdowns, interceptions, and those incredible runs on the field. Action under the blazing sun. We bring you latest, don't miss a beat. Coverage so intense, our passion you can't defeat. Jbk Zone, where the NFL comes alive. Every game, every team, we help you thrive. Dive into stats, predictions, the MVP race. Highlight reels, game plans, all showcased with grace. The thrill of the game, the roar of the crowd, from the first whistle to the final touchdown loud. Expert analysis, insights you can trust. Jbk Zone, team where we're Jbk Zone, where the NFL comes alive. Every game, every team, we help you thrive.
What up, everybody? Fuck your teams. Good morning, man. Welcome to another edition of Jbk Zone Coverage Podcast. I'm your host, the Big Dog, founder and creator of the show. Welcome, everybody, man. I'm letting y'all know right now, we got a lot to talk about, man. It's been great, man. What a way to kick off the NFL season. There's only one team right now. I think it's 2-0 now because of the Thursday night game, but on that, a lot of teams won, a lot of people lost the games. There's a lot we're going to be discussing and talking about today, man. So welcome aboard. I'd like for y'all to do one thing for me. Go ahead and share this out. Tag everybody. Because we got a lot to discuss today, man. It's going to be a great, great show. So if you smash and like and comment throughout the show, man, it's going to be a great one day. I promise you that one, man. Let's go to bring up our panel. So we're going to get started in this. I got B. Striller. What up, man?
What up, though?
Kevin. And we got Robbie. And we are JBK Zone Coverage Podcast. Season 2, y'all. So I'm gonna get it right. Everybody good?
What up? I'm good.
We got a lot to talk about. Man, we love y'all always to connect with us.
Good evening.
We always like for y'all to connect with us at all times. The easy way to do that is scan that QR code to my right, your left, depending on how you're looking at it. And go to scan it and go to every of our platforms. So we want y'all to be a part of that and join today, man. It's free to do, man. You scan it and you're a part of the show, man. So welcome, man. All right, y'all, man. We got a lot to discuss last night. We got so many great topics I think we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a couple of games. We got feedback, we got news, we got trivia, we got all that, man. So we definitely want y'all to be part of that. And plus, to end the show with the final thought, we want y'all to be a part of all of that. Everybody in the comment section, continue to be lit like you always do, because we're nothing without you. So be sure you engage with us, conversate with us. And if you have questions, we'll answer it when we get to that point. You know what I'm saying? All right, but other than that, everybody just about ready to go?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's get right into the flashback video of the week.
Waddle moves over to a right tackle for Hilliard. There's Stafford, who took a hit, firing for the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Calvin Johnson. That looked like a Hail Mary at the end of the game. A jump ball, and the 6'5" Calvin Johnson made the catch.
Well, if you're Matthew Stafford, you just have to give him a chance. And I think oftentimes you talk about covering a guy like Calvin Johnson. Oftentimes, corners panic when they have their back to the quarterback and the ball is in the air. And you have to be able to get your head around, locate and track the ball, and then try and make a play on it. You may not be able to out-jump Calvin Johnson, but you have to be able to knock it out and separate him from the ball with a big hit. That's just great concentration by Calvin Johnson.
50-yard reception, his second touchdown of the day as Stafford took a strong hit from behind from Michael Johnson.
And that's flashback video of the week. Got Calvin Johnson catching the 50-yard Hail Mary bomb. After that Won another game, I think it was. I can't remember if they won a game or not. If they won or not, I can't really remember. But you know what's crazy about that play? Is that the defender in the front jumped way before Calvin Johnson did. And he still caught the ball and triple coverage. So that was crazy. That was amazing, man.
Name
I miss
another wide
them days.
receiver that's currently playing right now that can actually go into triple coverage and still come down with the ball.
That's crazy, man. Megatron, man.
I can't think of a modern day receiver that can do that right now.
Shit, Megatron's like what? Like he's like 7 foot.
And I'm not talking
wingspan
Hail
and everything.
Mary passes either.
Yeah, 6'5".
Yeah, but if he puts his hands up, he's taller.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's got a long wingspan. That's what that is.
Yeah. He's like 6'11" with that wingspan.
Right.
He had hops too. He was like, he's one of those prototypical but plus receivers. He's big, fast, and he can get up off the ground real good. So
dude, he was
one of the greatest route runner, but a deep threat for sure.
he was more of a freak of nature than Randy Moss. I'll go that far and say that.
D-Hop can't do that. Stop that.
I think he's going back to the Hail Murray thing.
Yeah, Hail Murray thing.
That was on one guy.
Yes, that was on one guy.
What benefited D-Hop?
Excluding the Hail Mary plays, because that was not a Hail Mary play. That was just your run-of-the-mill play. He was just triple covered, and he still caught the damn ball. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, them throw it up balls and whatever happens.
That was just like a couple of plays. He did that against Dallas a couple of times.
Oh yeah, especially in Dallas.
Yeah.
It was D-Hop, man. D-Hop just had the
that
big
was
ass hands.
that video of the week. I try to go right into Monkey's news.
NFL Week 1 news. Let's get it. Joe Mixon's 150 yards rushing is the most by any Texan in their debut. The Broncos became just the sixth team to score 2 safeties and still lose a game in NFL history. Lions won a game in overtime for the first time since Week 9 in 2016. The New Jersey Jets' 21 minutes and 20 seconds in time of possession is the lowest in any game in Aaron Rodgers' career. Chris Boswell joins John Carney in 93 as the only kickers to ever make 6 field goals without a miss in Week 1 game. Caleb Williams is the first #1 pick to start and win in Week 1 since the Texans' David Carr in 2002. The Bills grabbed their record-breaking 42nd consecutive game without losing by more than 6 points. Alontae Taylor is just one of 13 DBs to ever record 3 sacks in a single game. He is also the only Saints player to do so since 1970. Bengals tied their total fumbles in Week 1 to all of last season with 2. And last but not least, since signing his new contract, Daniel Jones has thrown more touchdowns to his opponents than to his own team.
Ouch. I appreciate that news. But Kevin, you think you slick. Wasn't that tie game against Pittsburgh in 2016? But that's the game that's referring to that time for Detroit. Did you slick? I throw it in there. That's what you trying to do there. That's exactly what you trying to do there.
Even in his news, he calls the Saints taints.
Right, even in the news.
Even in the news, bro.
Hey, it was funny that Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers crazy. That was crazy.
He looked like he was already on some mushrooms.
And after that, I can't help but to use that picture. I couldn't. But that stat line, I kind of think about it. It's kind of a stupid stat line because, I mean, if you look at the Bills' time of possession on Thursday night, it was only like 23 minutes. So it's not really a big deal when it comes to if you won the game. It's just a big deal when you come to losing the game.
Well, it's a first for him.
I didn't know Joe Mixon had 150.
And he's had a huge career, so I mean that is kind of a low ball.
All right, John. So that was Monkey News. Appreciate you for that news, man. Let's get right into Thursday night football game. We got to talk about it. Buffalo Bills dominated the Miami Dolphins 31-10, man. What can I say, man? What can I say, bro? I'm not going to start off. I'm going to allow Kevin to start off what he thoughts about this game. Let me talk about this game, Monkey. What you got?
Well, I was so happy it was a blowout because I had to go to bed because my ass has to get up early in the morning. So as soon as Tua went down, so did I. I went to sleep. But to be honest with you, I thought the Bills were going to split it. this year, 1-1 with the Dolphins. I thought this was going to be the game the Bills might lose, but they didn't, and it was just great because you have all these. You even got the Dolphins players and the coaches. Oh, we have to beat the Bills. You know, the Bills are always in our way. Blah blah blah, and then after the game, you see all these people whining and crying how they can't beat the Bills and they're fed up with their Dolphins and blah, blah, blah. It's just a great time to be a Bills fan.
All right, be sure.
I'll tell you unfortunately, the whole problem with that game was Tua. Countless amount of turnovers. I mean, overthrowing people. He just had a bad game. Altogether. I mean, altogether. To think that he might not come back and play because he got concussed, he might not ever come back and play. He might retire. That to go out like that in your last game, dude. That guy had a horrific game. He had a horrific game. If anybody,
playing,
I'm
already.
I was a proponent of telling quarterbacks, one individual can't cost you the game. This dude cost him the game because Shane was killing Buffalo's defense. That dude was running all over the place,
and I sat him.
He couldn't pass to nobody. He couldn't pass to nobody. It was like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you? And then he got concussed at the end. He had to go sit out. Yeah, I was like, man, Miami is just messed up now. They're through.
Out of any player to play with that safety helmet, he should have been the person playing with it.
He should have had one of those big ass hens.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
He could have looked like a mushroom head. That's what he should have been out there looking like. Skylar Thompson is not going to get it done for them. He's just not.
I mean, he's got some, ability. Don't get me wrong. He's shown he can get it done, but can he do it consistently? That's the issue that he has, and it could get better with experience. Who knows? I actually like Skylar Thompson. He's a pretty decent quarterback. But like you said, I don't think he can. He's not the answer. He's not going to help them win anything. Not right now.
Robbie.
I thought I was watching the preseason game the whole time. That game, it was terrible. And out of all people, when Tua got injured, out of all people, was Damar Hamlin. He hit. Damar Hamlin hit him. Worse. He hit Damar Hamlin. Like, how are you gonna?
Yeah, people are crying that Damar laid a hard hit on.
No.
Tua. Like,
if you look at it,
still, and he jumped.
If you look at it,
literally,
Tua kind of like spared him with his helmet, and he ended up messing his own damn self up. And
you're already getting caught out, bro.
Quit using Siri.
Yeah. Man, but watching this game for myself, man, what pure domination for the Buffalo Bills, man. I think the Buffalo Bills, Miami was number one team for explosive plays for more than 20 last year. But they were shut down completely. Tyreek Hill shut down. Chan, they were probably the best player out of the entire offense. Jalen Waddle shut down, turnover. Now, that first interception was a tip one, so I don't really put that on too much. I was just tipped and then caught it. When the caught it, it happens. So I'm not going to count for that one. But the other two, come on. And aren't quarterbacks trained to slide using their knees? Like why are we not using our knees, using our legs to slide? Like, why are you going head first? I'm not. You already had the first down already, so I'm not really sure what happened there.
He failed to protect himself.
Like, I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Like, but I feel bad for him. Man. I really this his fourth concussed now. Like, I feel bad for him. All I know is he better not play next week. That's all I know. Like let him sit out for these 2 games. We evaluate him for real. Because if anybody got CT, it's him. Like for sure. Like, I know he do. Like,
his brain.
He should have took up playing baseball more and learning how to slide.
Maybe why you going head first?
Maybe he's just so messed up in the head he don't know how to protect himself.
And it's crazy. I didn't have an elite game. He just played game man the whole game. He didn't need to put up big numbers to defeat this team. The running game worked out for those guys. So I mean, the defense was stellar. You able to shut down Terry Hill and Waddle, man? That's key to success right there. And I'm saying Tua is not my ideal quarterback, and I've been feeling that way about him for a while now. Even with his passing yards last year, but come on, man, like I mean, you gotta know how to slide. You've been here way too long. As much concussion that you have been through already, you should know how to slide by now. Like,
And
I don't know.
obviously, I'm a Bills fan, and I hate the Dolphins and all, but I don't like seeing that shit.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, the last time he had a concussion playing the Bills, you know, I hate seeing that. I've had concussions myself. My son has had concussions. It's not pretty, and it takes a toll on you. It really does. So you shouldn't. And a lot of people are making jokes and wisecracks about it, and it's really something you shouldn't be joking about.
I mean, you can be lighthearted about the situation at the same time because there's a joke. There's a joke in the fact that Damar Hamlin hit Tua.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Almost died on the field that killed Tua's career. There you go. You know, in essence.
Hey man, if anybody wants to know what a brain looks like, what Tua's brain looks like, just look at a picture of scrambled eggs.
Yeah, I just saw that too. Right.
That is crazy. But yeah, what a domination from the defense of the Buffalo Bills, man. They're showing they still got it, man. You would despite a lot of people that lost it. They're showing they still got it, and they're forced to be working with in that division. Well, I might have changed my mind.
Funny, all these people were talking shit about how the Bills were going to start off this season like 0-5 or some shit like that.
Oh no, that's wild. That's wild. I never thought that. I never thought that.
Well, to be honest, they haven't even started a rough patch of the season yet. These are the first two games. I didn't think.
Oh no, I'm talking about, like I said, people were saying they were going to start the season 0-5. Like we didn't have a prayer in winning any of these games. They're saying the Bills are trash. That their season's going to be trash.
No, 0-5. That's crazy.
Stupid.
Only 2 games.
When they got Josh Allen, they got a chance. When they got Josh, I've said that.
That's the way I look at it.
Still plenty of football left to play.
All right, let's go to get our next topic. Are we doing this early?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get right to JBK Player of the Week.
Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard.
And those are your JBK Players of the Week. I didn't realize Joe Mixon had that stat line. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know.
He ripped it up. He ripped it up.
Wow, Cincy. Wow.
Like Brian said in the group, I bet you that Cincinnati's really pissed off getting rid of Mixon just to have Zach Moss run behind him.
I can't believe they did. I can't let him walk. Me and Bruce said that last year. I can't let him walk. I can't believe that.
Zach Moss ain't trash, but he's like barely above average. And then you
Cincinnati lost 2 important players on their team. On that team, they lost DJ Reader and they lost Mixon. That's gonna to say why the hell they even gonna be in a Super Bowl? People had them going to the Super Bowl. I said, how?
I don't know why.
All because Burrow Shady is back in the scene.
Burrow.
But let that Super Bowl run shit. Let that Super Bowl run shit go. They lost. Why are you talking about it as if they won? I'm sick of hearing it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, bro. That's 1 year. Yeah, he has done nothing since then. The best ability is availability. He has not been there. I wish I stopped playing that category. I wish I would stop. I really wish I would stop. I really would.
No, he got cleared of that, Ryan.
Yeah, you got cleared of that, no. But nah, I don't care. You don't. Whatever. You make it easy for my division. So, but anyway, let's move on to Monkey Trivia number 1. I'm sorry. I'm tired of that Joe Burrow stuff. I'm tired of it. Even if he changed his hair color, I don't care.
All right. Josh Allen recorded his 4th game with multiple passing and rushing touchdowns, tying what Hall of Famer for most all time?
Hall of Famer, keyword.
Well, one more time. One more time. With the question.
Josh Allen recorded his 4th game with multiple passing and rushing touchdowns, tying what Hall of Famer for most of all time?
Give me a minute.
90s.
Cunningham's not in the Hall of Fame, is
1990s. Go back to the 90s.
Elway.
No.
Uh,
That was a pretty
Steve
good guess,
Young.
though, because he was a running quarterback.
Steve
It's
Young.
Steve
it
Young.
is not.
Yeah.
It is not trivia 1936. Ryan, get the hell up out of here.
Right. Nobody was even born on this panel at that time. He said it already.
You said it wasn't Randall. It wasn't Randall, right?
Robbie
Yeah, he
guessed
got
it.
it
It was
right.
Steve Young.
Steve Young. He guessed it already.
Yeah,
It was
Robbie
who?
guessed it. Steve Young.
Steve Young.
Mr. Google over here.
I've been brushing up
All
on
right.
my trivia lately for the. I've been preparing for
All right,
Kevin.
y'all.
What's up, Jay?
What
Damn,
up,
Jacob.
Jacob?
Hey,
Hey!
man, I ain't seen you in a
Hey!
while.
Oh
Hey!
shit!
Yeah.
Long time no see, Jakey.
Welcome
Good
back.
to see you.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Danny.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna start off with our topics. To get into those, we kind of talked about this last week, but we tell you to wait for this week to talk about it. So here we are, y'all. So what is a franchise club? We kind of had a start of a debate with that last week, but I didn't want to skip what we was talking about to start talking about something else new. So we decided to do it this week. So Bishula, what do you believe is a franchise club?
What everybody else wants to believe. I don't know. I guess this is. What did you say last time? Actually, Kevin had a pretty good explanation of that last time. What did you have last time, Kevin?
You're gonna have to hold on a second. According to CBS is where I got the question from, because they're the ones that claim that Texas never had CBS Sports. But I'm gonna read. I clicked on the article and I'm gonna read to you why they say that they have never had a franchise quarterback. That I think that would clear up a bunch of shit. The Texans have never had a franchise quarterback in 21 seasons of existence. It's certainly debatable, though. Matt Schaub ranked top 11 in QBR in 6 of 7 seasons as a starter, making 2 Pro Bowls and winning 1 playoff game. However, availability was a problem. He started 12-plus games in Houston, or in a season, just 3 times with Houston. Deshaun Watson was an easy franchise quarterback trajectory until controversy and subsequently trade requests was struck. Now they are a virtual lock to draft their quarterback of the future with a number 2 pick in 2023. This was actually an older, obviously. According to Wikipedia, a franchise player is an athlete who is both the best player on their team and one that the team can build their franchise around for the foreseeable future. And I think that's what that's what excludes Deshaun Watson, because they traded him away. They didn't keep him. They didn't build their future around him. They said, kick rocks and send him to, purgatory in Cleveland. So,
okay, so I was about to ask. Never mind, I can't even ask that no more. Cause I don't think he was the best player on the team. I think it was JJ Watt. So, I mean, but I don't know. But how long was he there? Was he there for like 4 years, more than 4 years? Because he stopped that big deal.
But
no.
That's an explanation for a player, though. That's not really explanation
right.
really for a quarterback.
What constitutes as a franchise quarterback? A quarterback will be with your team for years to come, and you count on him to run the offense efficiently over that entire time. If you trade him, you're not expecting him. You're not counting on him.
Was there for 4 years.
And then he signed a big contract, didn't he?
Well,
Yeah,
okay, well that doesn't really apply, because Stafford is considered a franchise quarterback and he was traded.
Yes, he is. Yeah, but he was also there for most of his career. They built that team around him numerous times.
Maybe it's a like.
I think this is more of a
time
opinion matter.
Longevity is one of the key factors of a franchise quarterback.
So if a quarterback's there like maybe 5 to 10 years, that would be considered a franchise quarterback,
right?
Yeah, basically.
In my eyes, because as you're looking at it, you're taking a quarterback over that amount of time, and that's obviously a franchise quarterback, because you put your future in his hands,
right? Okay.
So they say Houston signed Deshaun Watson on a big contract, and then what they do? They traded him. I mean, yeah, they at one point thought he was the future, but immediately changed their mind and traded him away.
No, Daniel Jones not a franchise quarterback. He did 1 year and they gave him that dumbass contract. So no. Yeah, that is crazy. So y'all consider 4 years or more. So after 4 years, you consider a quarterback a franchise quarterback.
No,
I
there's
would
more.
say, like Ryan said, you get out of that rookie contract, and I'm not talking like a 1 year or 2 year contract. I'm talking like a massive extension. You
So
get that
imagine a
massive
big deal.
extension, and it's to me that might make a difference.
Well, how many years did Daniel Jones get on this next contract? Wasn't it 3, 4?
I thought it was 4. I think it was 4. I think it was 4 years. Oh, I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know. Their GM is a fucking moron. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
he wrote the
we're going to be
short bus
talking
when he
about
was
that
younger.
later on. But yeah, I think most of the New Jersey teams are fucking morons. The ownership's a moron. But anyway,
There's got to be something in the water. I mean, they keep calling themselves New York for whatever.
It was 4 years, 160 million.
yeah. So that's
right.
constituted as being
you got to realize, like,
making
the
them a
Bills have only
franchise
had 3
quarterback.
franchise quarterbacks their whole entire existence. So it's not like throwing the word franchise quarterback. I think they use it too loosely nowadays.
Yeah,
is what it is.
100%. 100%.
Well, they come out with it because teams are hopeful of the quarterback situation that they get into. For instance, like Carolina, they got Bryce Young as a rookie, and they started him, and they feel that was going to be the franchise quarterback. Now, he hasn't played all the way up to his rookie contract yet. Well, I'm thinking he's going to make it to his rookie contract. But, I mean, that's what the first thing they said. Well, this is going to be our franchise quarterback, and that automatically focused people on that word, franchise quarterback. But he's not.
This one also says a franchise quarterback is typically the best player on their team and is expected to lead the offense for the foreseeable future. There is no universal definition or formula for what makes a franchise quarterback, but some factors that may be considered include efficiency, longevity, and postseason success.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, I don't know. Whatever you want.
Right, I think it comes down to your personal opinion on the matter.
Yeah.
I guess, and like I read from the CBS Sports that it is debatable with Matt Shaw being he was there for so long, but like he said, longevity plays a role. The best ability is availability. I mean,
not only like longevity, they can be there for a long time, but if they ain't at least above average.
But Matt Shaw, okay. So Kevin, real quick, at the beginning it said the best player on the team. If they start off when you read the definition, what was the first sentence?
The best player on the team.
Quarterback is
okay, when Matt Shaw was there, I don't think he was the best player on the team.
Oh no, he wasn't. JJ Watt was definitely the best player.
When Matt Shaw was there, when Matt Shaw was there, Andre Johnson was the best player.
Andre Johnson was the best player on the team. That's what I'm saying. He was the best player on the team. I don't think it was him.
Was he the best player because JJ Watt was on the team at the same time?
When did JJ Watt get there? I think
no, Johnson was there before Watt.
Yeah, I think he way before.
Because Johnson was drafted. He was drafted in 2005.
Left, and it was JJ Watt that was the franchise.
Yeah, I think that's when Watson was there. Matt Shaw, hold on.
Ryan brings up Arian Foster, and that's a good point too. Arian Foster was better than Schaub too.
Andre Johnson was drafted 2005, right?
2000.
Give me the line.
He was drafted the same year as Charles Rogers.
Matt Shaw was there from 2007 to 2013.
All right, or is that 2003? I'm thinking. I'm gonna go 2003. Andre Johnson was drafted along with Charles Rogers and
Okay, JJ Watt got there. It was 2011.
He was drafted in 2011.
JJ Watt was. Shaw was there till 13, so they spent like 2 years together.
What year was
JJ Watt was
Andre
the person he was.
What year was Andre Johnson drafted?
Hold on.
Because I could have swore him and Charles Rogers were the top 2 wide receivers that year in the draft.
He was drafted
2003.
There you go. Good job, Robbie.
Yeah, because Charles Rogers was drafted a pick before him.
I think so.
Or
I think
the
so.
pick after.
I think he was picked before.
Mass affliction with Charles Rogers, man.
I like Charles Rogers when he came out.
The
When he
greatest
came
part
out,
about
I did
Andre
like.
Johnson's career was his fights with Cortland Finnegan.
Right,
Yeah.
right. He's known.
He was a great receiver. Don't get me wrong. He was a great receiver. I loved watching him play. But I made sure to watch the Texans and the Titans games all because of them, too. That was must-see TV right there at his finest.
That was a starting to
in the
snatch
early
the chains
2000s.
off each other and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Like, they
at
were
least they could
throwing
do it.
fucking fists.
Yeah.
Like, they were serious and
Oh,
shit.
Johnson!
Yeah,
I'm
fighting
sure
for
Johnson
him.
beat the freaking snot
Breaks
out
off
of
him.
him once.
Yeah, he did. He
He
did.
beat the brakes off of him.
I don't
guess
know
it's
if
lead up
Finnegan's
to
dumb
interpretations
or
and
just
opinions.
got a big fight in him, but he kept coming back for more.
I guess that
I
question
remember
up
that guy. I
for.
can't even remember who the hell that was, but I remember you talking about Ryan. Yeah.
So seeing that question right there, seeing the opinionated up for interpretation, how you want to look at it. So I guess there's no wrong answer on that one. I guess depending on how you look at it, it's how you look at it. All right, so we're gonna move on with our next topic. Will the Chargers brand off of football carry them to the playoffs? Okay, the brand of their football carry them to the playoffs. Robbie.
No, they're lacking playmakers at the wide receiver position. Quinn Johnson has not lived up to his expectations of being selected in the first round. And the real question is, does John Barrow, is it John Harbaugh? This is
Jim.
They're confusing. He's not really much of a favor of being a passing team. He's just gonna run the ball every damn down. He has to let his coordinators coordinate. You can't just run the ball.
Greg Roman.
Yeah, it is Greg Roman. That is right.
They're gonna run the ball back. That was the whole point of him grabbing.
Greg Roman. They're not making the postseason. Hey Ryan, you're in the comment. What do you think about Greg Roman? Yeah, no, you can only run the ball and play defense. It might have worked back in the early 2000s, but in this league, how much it's like handicapped, you can't really do that anymore.
All right, for me, I'm not gonna let.
I kind of disagree with that with the whole running game because certain teams like the Chiefs, you want to run the ball more. So if you're a running team, you got a better chance of keeping that ball out of players like Mahomes and Allen's hands. You want to do that. You don't want them to have it.
Ryan spoke.
Wow.
Wow. For me, it's early still because it's still the week 1. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get a benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Greg Roman used to be in Baltimore. You know how that worked out. But I mean, it's still early, man, to tell if it's gonna work or not. Did they win the first game? Did they win the first game?
Yeah, they won the first game. Yeah.
Okay,
they got Carolina this week, so
it was against the Raiders.
Easy though. 2-0. But right now it's early, so I'm not gonna write emojis yet. Yeah, it's probably could work. Can't work. I wish this question was asked in the middle of the season, then maybe we probably could get a better answer on this one. Because it's only week 1, I'm not gonna write it off just yet. Because it's still early for all teams.
We'll bring it back and put it like a part 2.
Yeah, we'll do part 2. We gotta be sure to hold that question for the middle of the season, and we'll come back and ask that again. But for right now, let it be what it is.
I think people are forgetting a lot of things about Jim Harbaugh too. When he came in the league the first time, he was with San Francisco, and eventually, where did they get to? The Super Bowl, where he played his brother. So I mean, he's not a bad coach. He knows how to play the game. He just won a damn NCAA championship with the Michigan Wolverines. The guy is football, period. And yes, he likes that smash mouth football. He comes from the Bo Schembechler age where they just ran the football up your ass and then played defense behind that. And I mean, it can still, regardless of what the league is right now, it's a passing league. You can get away with that as long as they got a hell of an offensive line too.
You got to find a happy medium.
John Alt, dude, that dude is the truth. I mean, there was 13 head-to-head matchups in that game versus Max Crosby, and Joe Alt won all of them. Didn't give up a pressure or a sack against that guy. So let's not underestimate that offensive line. If they're built to run that ball, that offensive line, and you know what offensive linemen like to do anyway. They like to run block. So
what college did you all play for?
What's that?
And what college did you all play for? Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Yeah, okay. Whatever.
All right, Monkey, what's your thoughts?
Put your two Notre Dame cents in there.
Yeah, I got you, man. I mean, they're a good team, just not good enough to win a championship. So I gotta take my wins as I can get them.
Players players come from college from crappy teams and can be really good in the pros. So it's no big.
But well, Tua's down right now, and that's gonna mess up the Dolphins' plans for the rest of the year. I don't know how long Tua's going to be out. I don't know if they're going to try to rush him back or if he's going to try to rush back. Really can't rush them type of things anyway. But that may actually open a window for the Chargers to get into the playoffs. They're running football. Like I said, they're in a division with Patrick Mahomes. So they got to win time of possession. They have to. They have to keep Mahomes off the damn field. That's the number one way to beat Patrick Mahomes, keep him off the field.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you do that? Captain check down and run that ball.
Mm-hmm.
And just pass when they have to pass.
Right.
And they got a capable quarterback back there too. Justin Herbert is not he's not a freaking Joe Schmo quarterback. He can get the job done. Hopefully the receivers can hold on to the ball.
Right.
That's about all.
Lad McConkey, he's pretty decent. Mm-hmm. He did pretty well in week 1. I'm interested in seeing what he does against embarrassing Carolina Panthers. But I think he was their lead catcher last week. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was.
And he's someone to keep an eye on because with all this running, there's going to be a lot of play action. And I think that's where this is going to help out the whole quarterback issues too, because I think they're putting too much on him to be like trying to make big plays like Lamar and Allen and Mahomes. He's trying to keep up with them, and you can't do that. You got to play your ball. You can't try to be someone else. Be yourself. And I think he's a good quarterback, and I just think he would excel in a more of a run balance to run heavy offensive scheme, because then you got to open up the play action, and he's got time to throw the ball then.
Make better decisions too.
Yeah.
Right. He's got time to study downfield more and see all his weapons instead of just having only time enough in the pocket to go through one or two.
Yep.
Before deciding to throw the ball away or trying to run with it, which he does have the ability to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I say right now, we'll ask this question again in the middle of the season right now. I just can't give you much right now. I can't. They've been working right now, so don't fix it for now. All right, so let's go right into Monkey Trivia number 2.
Number 1 overall pick quarterbacks are 4-14-1 in week 1 starts since 1970. What 4 quarterbacks are the only quarterbacks to win?
This is current.
These are all the way back since 1970, and the oldest one is from 71.
Damn.
Jesus.
I'll give you that one. That one's Jim Plunkett.
Hey, Brian might be right.
I was gonna guess him.
But
hell no, dog. I didn't like football until 80 something. So I was
born around that time. So
at 71, I wasn't thinking about football. I was thinking about my bottle.
I wasn't, dude. I didn't even exist yet. So
I didn't become a football fan until 89.
See, there you go.
Let's
see. Well, Caleb is one of them, right?
Williams. Yep. There's Caleb Williams,
okay.
Jim Plunkett, and 2 more.
This is that won or didn't win their first game.
Rookie quarterback.
Did win.
Did win.
Cam Newton? Did Cam Newton one of them?
What's that? No.
Cam Newton?
Nope.
Damn sure wasn't Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, it wasn't Jamarcus Russell.
Ben Roethlisberger?
Nope.
He wasn't first
overall. He wasn't the first overall pick.
Oh, first overall pick. Oh,
Raw for the overall pick.
Eli Manning?
Nope.
I know.
Peyton.
I don't think Stafford won his first game.
No, Payton
Nope.
sucked his rookie year. What am I talking about?
Let's see. First over.
Terry Bradshaw.
It's probably a
No.
couple of no-name motherfuckers now.
No, they're not.
They Hall of Fame.
Definitely.
One is Hall of Fame, and you'll shoot yourself in the foot if you get it wrong.
I need my foot.
I don't have a gun.
I don't know. Jim Kelly.
Nah, but same draft.
John Elway.
Yes, sir.
Dan Marino. Oh, John Elway. Okay. I was going down that list, dog.
You definitely was. Keep going.
And the
Damn,
last
John
one
Elway
was-
won his first game as a rookie.
Yeah, it was a very bad showing, a very, very bad outing, but he won.
Yeah. I think I remember him throwing a lot of interceptions, but I don't
Alex
remember him
Smith?
winning that game.
Nope.
No.
1-1 guess. So we got 3 of them. Let's see. One more. Was he in this century?
Yes.
Ooh, starting the number 1 draft pick in this.
Sure as hell
century.
wasn't Baker Mayfield.
I'm definitely about to say Baker Mayfield. I definitely Baker Mayfield.
You were really gonna say? Come on, he played for the Browns.
Come on, people in the comic section, give us some help here, man.
John
What's up,
Elway's
bro?
first
What's
game
up, bro?
was 1 completion out of 8, passed for 14 yards, an interception, and was sacked 4 times. He was also benched.
Come on.
In the first game?
In the first game.
Oh,
You-
man.
Come on, you beautiful JAGOFFs in the comments. Say something.
All
Help
right.
us out.
Aaron
Uh,
Rodgers.
AFC
What's the
South.
what?
He was
AFC
AFC South.
South.
Oh?
Derek Carr?
Yes.
Not. I mean, you be talking about David Carr?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
David Carr.
Oh
David
my
Carr.
God.
Yeah.
In 2002. He was the number 1
MVP.
Oh, wow.
But the only reason
don't
why I
hate
know about Elway's stats for his first game is because I was gonna bring up a comparison I saw between John Elway's first start and Bo Nix's first start. Because of Elway's stats being so low, Bo Nix's was 23 of 38 for 108 yards, 2
Bradford.
interceptions, and
Sam
sacked 2
Bradford.
times.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Bradford was the first overall pick, huh?
Yeah, but it wasn't. That wasn't him though.
Yeah. No, Nicholas.
Yeah, I remember.
Gustav.
I remember John Elway's first game, but I don't remember. I didn't think he won. I thought he lost because I know he had a horrible first game. That's why I didn't even.
So
think
horrible,
about
he got his ass benched.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing? Fucking
I think they're moving with
get your ass on that
next.
bench.
From bench to Hall of Fame. How about
Right.
that?
I
Well, you
Johnson
wait till
this-
practice come Monday, your ass is gonna be hurting.
All right, Johnson.
Back
The
then, they
Phil's
laid
do
fucking
enough.
people out in practice.
All right, the Phil's do enough to be considered the starting quarterback. I'm gonna go first by saying no. Not yet. It's only 1 game, but I like to continue the high hand. I'd rather we continue what we. It hasn't not worked yet, so that's too early to say. I'll say if he continues the next 4 games, then possibly so. But like I said, he did just enough to help us win. So, but to say consider starting quarterback, still early to say. Still kind of early, but I like what we had in. I like that we are still moving forward with him. Like I said, I think it's kind of like what we did with the Mason and King thing toward the end, like continue the high hand. And I think that's what the plan is right now, and hoping that he excels better than he did week 1. Like I said, he did just enough. He didn't play fantastic, but he did just enough to help us win. So, but I don't think that's enough to say, oh, he locked up the starting spot. Because I still there's possibly a chance that Fields Russell may come in. But it's still early, but I like the direction we're going in as of right now. So not yet. I got to see a little bit more. It was only game 1. Be sure.
I mean, he did enough. And he did enough to win. He didn't do enough to. He didn't do anything to garner the fact that he needed to be benched for Russ. I mean, they're taking their time. I think they're taking their time with Russ now, but Russ better get his ass in there and start playing pretty soon, or he's going to really lose his spot for real. So, I think they talked about he was going to come back in week 3, but
yeah, I heard the same thing. I heard that.
So, that's Justin Fields anyway. Justin Fields is just probably getting used to that offense. So let him do some more this week and see how he is. He should be fine though. He's a youngster. He'll get it together.
I think they question a lot of his playmaking skills, like from the mid-range point of view. But I think I was watching the first take, and they talked about how he had like 4 head coaches and 6 different coordinators in his time in Chicago. So you kind of can see why he's struggling at. Like he does great with deep balls, but short passes he has issues with. So, but they talk about how the change of scenery with those amount of changes he had in those couple of years that he's with Chicago. So, but I mean,
you get hired by Chicago, that's a fucking kiss of death for a quarterback. That's the problem. Because they don't know how to maturate any quarterbacks in that damn franchise. That's the reason why they don't have a fucking 4,000-yard passer in that franchise. You know, just to go on a different note on that whole situation, Chicago's best passer in their history is Eric Kramer.
Oh wow!
Damn, I thought it would have been
from the Lions.
I thought Jay Cutler.
I thought it would have been Jim McMahon.
Nope.
Damn.
Nope. Nobody got 4,000 yards, and the closest one was Eric Kramer. He got 3,800 and something yards. He's their all-time leader.
All right, Robbie.
Did Fields do enough? No. Can he do enough? Yes, if they take the handcuffs off. They need to start taking more shots downfield and let Fields do his thing.
You have Arthur Smith.
Yeah, that too.
Right. What's your expect? What do you expect? Right. What do you expect?
Take the handcuffs off. Quit playing conservative.
J. Cole wasn't even on that. When J. Cole threw 4,000, he wasn't even on the team. I don't count. Never mind. Never mind. All right. There, Robbie.
It seems like they're more worried about turning the ball over when he's in more than anything. Just you ain't gonna know how good of a quarterback he got until you let him start throwing that ball.
I mean, he took a couple of good deep throw balls. It wasn't like he did the whole game, but he did. He did. I think he managed the game very well.
He made splash plays.
Yeah, he did.
He made splash. But like, I want to see him get in the end zone.
I mean, of course, the ultimate goal. We got like 17 games. He's gonna 16 more games. It's gonna happen. It's just early.
He started having good connections with Pickens too. That's
he did definitely.
Game. So as long as they get that, they should be fine.
Right.
What you got there, Kev?
Now, if he has a good game against Denver, do you put Russell Wilson back in, or do you just stay with Fields?
What's a good game? What are we asking?
What if he throws for like 2 touchdowns?
You know that they're gonna do what Mike Tomlin wanted to do in the first place. Put Russ Wilson in there. It doesn't make a difference if that dude throws 18 touchdown passes in that game. He's gonna stick because he said Russ Wilson is the starting quarterback. Tomlin ain't gonna go back from that. You know that.
The only way that's gonna happen is if Justin Fields starts throwing for 300+ yards and scoring a few touchdowns and rushing for at least 50 a game. And I don't see it happening. At least not right now.
Yeah, maybe later in the season.
The thing is with quarterbacks and, well, any rookie, to be honest with you, but when they come into the NFL, they're vulnerable. They're gonna pick up everything. They're like little toddlers. They pick up what they see. They do as they see. So if you throw them in a bad situation, they're going to learn to do bad shit. They're not going to learn to correct themselves. Keep constantly changing offensive coordinators. That's not going to help him progress. You plateaued his learning curve, and that's not good because you did it from day one. That's his biggest uphill battle is the fact that he has to catch up to the up curve. Much like Geno Smith did. Geno Smith sucked ass. He was considered a bust. Well, now he's a starting quarterback. 8 years later, he became a starting quarterback for Seattle, and he's not that bad. He's not the greatest, but he ain't that bad.
Not that good this year, that's for sure. Sam Howell, let's go, buddy.
Oh, Lord, not Sam Howell. Golly.
Fields needs to catch up, and once he does, he'll be fine. But did he do enough? It was week 1. who did enough of anything in week 1, really?
That's what I'm saying. That's my
a few
point.
players that busted out and had really good games, but most of the players that are stereotypical great game players didn't really have great games. They had mediocre games, and you had some new players that had some really good games. It's too early in the season to be asking that. Off of one game, you can't say, oh, one game he did great, so he's going to take over now. But he didn't do great. He did mediocre. And so he's still a question mark. So Russell Wilson is still, to me, in my eyes, he would still be the starter if he was healthy and good to go. Now, like you said, it may be taking his time for his injury, which is fine. Because what I'm saying is they have confidence in Justin Fields to be able to be capable of doing said, job. And that's why they have him there in the first place, to eventually take over for Russell Wilson, the bridge quarterback. But he shouldn't be at this age having a damn bridge quarterback.
I think too, you got to realize maybe the question needs to be put a different way. It's not that being considered enough to be a starting quarterback. Is he going to be considered a quarterback in the absence of Russ Wilson? Who is your third string quarterback?
Kyle Allen from Buffalo.
Kyle Allen. So
We
he
don't
did
say
pretty
his
good
name.
in preseason, didn't he? In the training camp.
Huh?
He was playing real good in training
I
camp.
don't even remember.
He did okay. I mean, he played like the last quarter. He did okay. It wasn't terrible.
He played decent for a backup. It's not like you were expecting him to take the starting job. But as far as he did enough to stay on the team for them to keep 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think that's just what we have to imagine right at this point. That Fields is just good enough to get them through a couple of games until Russ Williams Wilson comes back. That's all I feel, and it'll be fine either way. You got to go through Arthur Smith, and if they can get through that hump, they'll be fine.
I don't know. With that jet sweep, I thought Matt Canada came back last week.
I mean, you gotta remember, man. It's still early. Still, you know what I'm saying. I know we've got some mixture of Matt Canada offers in that play, but I know we do. I'm not surprised by any of that. But like I said, as of right now, we want to know right now. So it's early. I think some of these questions should be later on in the season questions. It seems to look that way. so I think for now, it's cool. For now, like I said, I think he did enough to play week 2. When I started the job, nah, it's too early. So we'll see what happens. I think this conversation would have changed if Fields would have come out there and threw 300 plus and 14 interceptions and won that game. It maybe a little bit different. Maybe it would have. But, he did enough just to help us win the game. So, and also the credit to our dominant defense and the best defensive player in football, T.J. Watt. But that's another conversation. So we're going to move on to our next topic in the show. All right, Sean, can Green Bay win games with Malik Willis? Hell no. Sorry. This is the guy that was playing one of the best players at the Combine and was drafted, and he get drafted to the 3rd round. And never really got to play much football. When he did, he didn't really play so well. Then Levi Wallace came in and took his spot. Mason came in and took his spot, and he was physically traded off to Green Bay. He came in when Jordan went down. The game damn near concluded. He didn't do well there either. I don't know. I don't think so. They might have to play a shitty team. Maybe if they got a chance if they play Carolina, maybe they have a chance. But I don't think so. And if they do, they may be probably rely on that defense. Probably if they do. I don't think they would in spite of him. I don't think it'll be because of him. I'm sorry, man. I hate it for him, man. I hate it for him, but I don't think so. I don't know. And if he does, like I said, it'd be in spite of him. I don't think it'll be because of him. Monkey.
Can they win games with Malik Willis? Yeah, sure, but they're gonna want to keep that ball on the ground.
Yeah,
they might as well change their offensive scheme to a college option happy run. They need Greg Roman over here. And the RPOs. I really like Malik Willis. I really did like him coming out of college. And I already knew he wasn't going to do very much, but I was hoping he was going to be able to have the potential to do so. I mean, look at the team he was on and compared to the team he is on now. So he is in a better situation. So if he was going to show that he had any kind of chance of being a respectable quarterback in the NFL, now is his chance. So we'll see what happens. There's going to be a lot of mistakes made. I can tell you that. He's going to probably throw quite a few picks.
All right, be sure.
He could possibly. They got to play 2 out of conference games or out of division games. So one is Indianapolis this weekend, and then they got to play Tennessee the next weekend in Tennessee. They probably will lose the Tennessee game. The only reason why I say it because Tennessee's defensive line is like really good. That's a very underestimated line. Like I said, Chicago didn't win that. The offense didn't win that game because they only put up 143 yards of offense on Tennessee. So that tells you right there how good their defense is. But Green Bay, they're trying to get Jordan Love back on week 4, which is a division game against Minnesota. Better hope they can get him in there because division games, especially Minnesota, them. And I don't care if they're playing at home or not. Minnesota will be there to play, even though they're not the greatest team in the world. But
let's not forget, Bradford just had one of his best games of his career this past week.
And then on top of that, Indianapolis wasn't bad against Houston. They just didn't get the job done in the end. So and then Tennessee played all the way up. So the AFC South teams are pretty good teams. They just fell short of what they had to do. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. Without your franchise quarterback, and we can call Jordan Love that because he was there for a while. He took over the reins. I just don't see. I don't know, dude. Me as a Lions fan, I hope the hell not. They won't win those 2 games. But at the same time, as an NFL football fan, I mean, they can maybe eke out one of those 2 games. I don't think they're going to win both games with him because they're going to have to do like Kevin said. They're going to have to go through a different offensive philosophy. And Josh Jacobs didn't look exactly the greatest.
No, he did not.
And they don't have any, and they don't unless that Marshawn guy comes back. He was injured. They really don't have any depth at lineman. A.J. Dillon's out for the year. So they're really kind of screwed on a run back situation too. So we'll see.
Josh Jacobs is on my fantasy football team.
Yeah, well.
His stock just went up.
All right, Robbie.
Yeah, they could win.
You got Malik Willis as a quarterback, and A.J. Dillon's gone. So they're going to lean heavily on him. And he didn't do too bad, I don't think.
Well, he did well near the end of the game.
Well, the end, he didn't do nothing.
He was shit in the beginning. I remember that.
8 of 14 and 8 of 14, at halftime. He wasn't.
But
doing
again,
too
it's
much.
week 1, and that was in South America.
Yeah,
where that field was shit.
The footing was bad.
You see you seen the memes and the jokes all week about people slipping and sliding all over. So I mean, gotta take everything with a grain of salt at this point.
Oh, Robbie.
All right, they could win. And let's not ignore the fact that they got two good receivers in Jalen Reed and Christian Watson. And just you got to limit his mistakes. Don't let him throw it to the middle of the field. I would take shots down the field and give him like little short 10-yard slants to throw it to and lean heavily on the run game. That'll be your best bet to succeed with Malik Willis.
All right, let's go move to Kevin's trivia number 3. I'll get one of these right. I ain't got shit right here.
What team holds the record for most wins over NFL history?
Like winning streak?
No. How many total wins?
Green Bay.
No. Regular season. That's highest regular
Dallas?
season.
Cowboys?
It's Dallas.
Wow.
With a win-loss percentage of 57.6%. And a record of 562 wins and 413 losses and 6 ties.
Damn.
Since the end of last season. not including this week one.
Oh, wow.
Arizona
Speaking
has
of-
the record for most losses in a franchise's history.
They've been
All
around
right.
a long.
103.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Cleveland, all right, John, it's time for Cleveland to move on. Wow. I think I'm waiting.
They don't have a choice.
Go ahead, Robbie. Go ahead, Robbie.
They should, but can they? You know, with them cap heads.
Not
Like,
financially, they can't.
Yeah, like I heard if they move on, it would cost them $72 million cap hits. Is that true? Was it 72 million?
I'm gonna look it up. Go ahead. Just take. I'm about to look it
If
right
I was them, I'll be hoping he goes to prison so they can get around and find a loophole out of that contract.
now.
But they should have knew the risk of giving him that type of contract when they traded for him.
It was desperate.
Yeah, I bet they're having regrets like hell getting rid of Baker Mayfield for this dude, because this dude has done shit since he became a Cleveland Brown, and Baker Mayfield's on fire.
All right. So what I'm looking at is that he's owed $1 million and some change this year. The next 2 years be $47 million apiece for the next 2 years. So if they're cutting, they're talking $90+ million. And then they got
70. You said 70 mil, right?
90.
90.
So
So what? 2 years? 2 years?
Yeah, because they owe $47 million the next 2 years. And
Hey,
it'd be $92 million. If they're cutting this year, that'd be $92 million.
Hey, they got Jameis Winston. He could eat that contract like he eats his W.
You gotta remember, all that money was guaranteed, fully guaranteed. So that's $92 million. Regardless, he doesn't pay regardless.
I'm sorry, but I'm not. This is not AFC North hate. They're gonna be the dumbest franchise ever.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Nah.
No, it's not, because I was
because
going to say the same shit.
They gotta be the dumbest franchise ever in history of the NFL.
Just the fact it's coming from Robbie, yes.
hey! When did I ever deny that the AFC North hate? I never.
I didn't say that, but you were the one that said it's not NFC North. Or AFC
come
North
on, man! If it was
from
Chicago,
yes, it is.
If it was Chicago, you be saying that shit.
Yes, and I would. Yeah, I wouldn't even deny.
See,
it.
that's NFC North hate.
I wouldn't start off my sentence by saying this is not NFC North hate. Though. I would be like saying, fuck Chicago.
And you would have said AFC North hate regardless, son.
That's right.
Monkey.
They shouldn't have got him in the first place, but they have him. So, I mean, they kind of can't as far as financially, from a financial standpoint. But I mean, he's about to go to court over some stupid shit again that happened a few years ago. Granted, it was a few years ago, but this one's claiming she has proof. So, I mean, they may luck out. They may become the luckiest team in football and get on this dumbest ass contract ever fucking made if he goes to prison. If he goes to prison, they ain't got to pay him. I think that was actually in the contract when they initially first set it up.
Yep.
That's a loophole, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a loophole. They put it right in. They put it right into the contract. There's an escape
I think
clause.
that's for every football player, actually. Can't be doing no-nos.
I mean, right. But
I mean,
he hasn't shown anything. He hasn't done anything good enough to be a quarterback.
And the thing that's fucked about that whole situation, you gotta understand, the backups are Jameis Winston and Dorian. Come on,
don't make me eat this.
We're going from worst to worst to worst.
The team likes.
Don't make me.
Yeah, but
eat
the
this.
team actually likes Jameis Winston better than they like Deshaun Watson. They do not like Deshaun Watson.
If they want to do 30
you hear
and 30,
that, you ask them about Deshaun Watson, and they won't say nothing negative about him, but you can hear them being obligated to talk about it. They sound obligated when they try to praise him and shit. When it comes to Jameis Winston, they're all hyped up about him.
I don't see why.
That does make a difference. If you don't have that, if your quarterback does not have the faith of that locker room, you are not going to win games. It doesn't matter who you have on your team.
Right.
You could have the greatest players of all time all put on the same team. If they have no faith in that goddamn quarterback, you ain't doing shit. And that's where they're sitting right now. They got some really good players on that team.
Absolutely.
When it comes to you look it out on paper, they got a great team. They have a playoff and Super Bowl contender team on paper. But once that paper transforms into 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional beings and go out on a football field, they don't show up.
You think it's because Nick Chubb ain't playing? The offense might be playing bad.
That has nothing to do with the way that line didn't protect him last week. And they have a great line. They have a great offensive line. They've had one of the best offensive lines for the past 5 or 6 years. The fact that it ranked, I'm talking ranked. I'm not talking about my actual opinion. I'm talking about statistically ranked and stuff. That they've actually been one of the top 10. I see Brian up there. But they have been ranked extremely high when it comes to their offensive line in the past 6 years.
Yeah, but it was more like a run block on offensive line than pass protection, right?
I mean, it's still the line. I think I don't think that was wrong for grabbing him. I think that was wrong for the amount of money they gave to him. In fact, he was out of football for almost 2 years prior to that. I think that's what it was. I don't think it was bad idea picking him up.
They didn't ask for a refund.
No, it's too late for that. I think it's that loophole. But yeah, I think it's time, but I don't think they're gonna do it. That's $92 million. Let's see you locked up, and then they save their asses. But if not, man, I don't think they can do it right now. I think they gotta let
Cleveland fans boo him.
Yeah, I know, but this Cleveland being Cleveland once again, fuck him.
There you go.
I'm enjoying it.
Hey, AFC North hate. AFC North hate.
You know I got it. But yeah, man, is it time? Yes, but they're not gonna do it. There's too much money involved.
Yeah.
If it was like $1 million a piece, they cut bait with them. But nah, that's it. This is your fault. I'm not mad at them picking them up. I'm just mad about the amount of money you get to, and let it be fully guaranteed was insane. He played in 2 years, and look at it. He's done nothing with the team. And like Monkey just said, on paper they got Super Bowl contender team. If they're all healthy and they're put together, yes, it is. But they haven't been. And he has done nothing. I let him slide the first year. He spent it for the majority of the season. So I'm gonna give him a pass on that one. But the last 2 years, absolutely, positively nothing. Got injured again. Like he had one good game against Baltimore. They went down. Never played another game again. Rest of that season, like. The comeback game. Actually, it was a comeback game. I think about that.
Yeah, but last year we had the game in Baltimore. It was one half he had. It was a half he had good.
And
Cleveland is just a pathetic ass franchise in the first place. First of all, this trade that they did with Deshaun, they're already making up comparisons to what happened with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is having a good career compared to where Deshaun Watson is at. And it's just terrible. Dumb. You move on from him because he could. Dude, you weren't even getting in the playoffs before that. So why would you get rid of him? Cleveland is just a dumbass franchise.
I said Baker was going to ball out. I said
Baltimore took the best.
Baker's going to ball out. He's going to have a better career than Watson is, and look at him now.
Baltimore took the best Cleveland. Once they become the Cleveland right now on their own, they suck. They just suck.
Yeah, Cleveland just be Cleveland. That's it. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I think it's funny. I think it's real funny.
Benny would be pissed right now if he was in on this conversation because he sat there and said, Baker is trash and Deshaun Watson is, our Lord and Savior, basically.
Ain't done nothing. Ain't done a damn thing.
I bet you he's wishing he's had some Baker now.
Selena was always talking about. She's a Cleveland Brown fan. I think she's in this group too. But she's always talking about, Deshaun Watson's going to come in there. They didn't like it. She all used the race thing all the time against with Baker. I say it ain't got nothing to do with him being a white boy. He played. He played well.
Selena. But she the one on your
Deshaun Watson.
Is she the one on the Detroit Lions podcast you had?
No. She's never been on. I've never seen her on anything.
But
But
then this conversation, golly, all right, y'all. Can the Bengals get back to form?
They haven't been informed. They haven't been informed since the Super Bowl.
They did. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. Joe Burrow is already injured.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow may be the greatest injured quarterback of all time. Like,
You said that one more time. Say that one more time. I didn't hear you.
greatest injured quarterback of all time. Because damn, dude, the dude is a phenomenal player. But availability, best ability. Check it at the door, please. I mean, he reminds me of that movie Glass. Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh shit!
And now he comes in a training camp trying to look like Slim Shady. Like, bro, that would have been cool maybe 20 years ago.
And you play in
What the fuck you
Detroit.
doing? Yeah, and you played for Detroit, and you were actually friends with him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Regardless, but you got rid of Mixon, you got rid of Reader, like we talked about earlier. 2 massive hits to your team. You got Jamar Chase, who is doing whatever he's doing. So, what was it? Food poisoning or something, or was that the other guy?
That was
I don't
Higgins.
know. That was Higgins. They got so many excuses going on, and the thing is we all knew it was going to happen because you cannot have 2 number 1 wide receivers on the same fucking team. It ain't going to happen. It'll happen. It'll work for a year or two, but once one of their contracts come up, no. They're going to have the same issue. They're having the same issue like the Niners did with Brandon Ayuk this past year. Yeah, okay, granted, San Francisco was able to get the job done, but that's only because they have Brock Purdy on a shit $1 million contract. I mean, come on. I mean, they lucked out. If it wasn't for Brock Purdy being stuck on that contract, Brandon Ayuk wouldn't be a Niner right now. They'd probably be sitting on your Steelers team. So the Bengals aren't going to do shit. They're probably going to be the worst team in the AFC North, to be honest with you. And that's even if Joe Burrow can stay healthy. They got too much drama going up and too much prima donna bullshit going up in that locker room right now. You got too many egotistical people, and it's not bad to be egotistical. You can when you can back it up. But the problem is you get too many of them people in the same room and on the same team. It's one whose head is bigger. You know, my engine's bigger than your engine. You know, it's going to deteriorate and it's going to kill the team.
All right, I'll go next. I agree with everything Monkey just said. I got nothing to say. He basically said everything. I got nothing to say. I agree. Be sure.
And I like the Bengals. I don't have hate for the Bengals.
I do.
You know, they helped us get in the playoffs.
AFC North.
Bengals and Andy Dalton beat the Ravens so we could get in the playoffs and end our 17-year playoff drought. So I don't have a hate for them, but it's not like I love them either. You know, they're like, I really don't care. But hey, that's cool. That's not, that's a shame. Whatever. They're tied to the Cleveland Browns, so I mean, you got to keep that in perspective.
I got nothing to say because it's the same old shit. Like I said, I agree with everything Monkey just said, man. Get back to form, whatever. I'm done. I got nothing to say. Be sure.
Yeah, this is what kills me at the beginning of the year. All these analysts were talking about, they're going to go to the Super Bowl this year. They were a big Super Bowl contender. I said, I don't know how the hell you think they're going to go to the Super Bowl. They lost DJ Reader. You don't know how significant that is of a loss.
He was
a defensive tackle, nose tackle. On top of that, they lost Mixon. So you lost 2 big important pieces on both sides of the ball on the offseason, and you expect them to go to the Super Bowl, and Jamar Chase is on that, I got to get paid more than Jetta does. Dude, this is not college competition anymore. Jetta's way hell of a better receiver than you are. And I like Jamar Chase, but let's be real. Jetta's way better than you.
Jetta's on a whole platform on his own. The whole
platform. He's on his own. The dude's on his own.
Stratosphere.
He's the best receiver in the league. Best receiver.
He hasn't had a bad season. He reminds me of Mike Evans. Mike Evans hasn't had a bad season either.
He got 1,000 yards last season, and he didn't even play all the games.
Right.
So you think about that. So no, Jamar, come on, man, shut the fuck up. And then somebody do something with Higgins. They just sit there. They're just sitting on stuff. These teams. It seems to me now that I remember back, earlier in this century and in the 90s, where you had a couple of stupid ass franchises that made stupid ass mistakes all the damn time. Now it's like 5 or 6 franchises are doing the same stupid shit every year. It's like, what the hell is going on with y'all? Y'all, you said, fuck it. We're just playing, Russian roulette with the football team. You know what I'm saying? I mean, trade Higgins. He obviously don't want to be there. You're not going to pay him. He don't want to play. You don't want to pay him. So give him to somebody that's going to use him and start over again.
AFC North fun fact of the day: Pittsburgh Steelers are the only team that doesn't have any kind of ties to Cleveland. The Ravens used to be the Browns. The Ravens used to be the Browns, and then you got the Cleveland Brown, thing between Cleveland and Cincinnati.
Because Cincinnati's owner is Paul Brown, and I think he had a
Paul Brown. Yeah,
but Paul Brown used to own the Browns.
Yeah,
that's the reason why they're called the Browns.
And then the Browns moved the real Browns moved to Baltimore, became the Baltimore Browns.
Ain't that some shit?
Baltimore Browns.
All right, Robbie.
Let's DJ Reader and Joe Mixon. That was just like the end of the crumbling. But I remember the year before they lost a key piece in that secondary by the name of Jesse Bates. That's what started the crumbling of that defense. And now that nobody's on rookie contracts anymore, everybody wants paid now. And my
question: whatever happened to Eli Apple?
Who?
Eli.
Exactly.
Oh, no, I heard him. But who?
Exactly. That man talks so much shit. Sorry, go ahead.
He started at OnlyFans called JAGOFF.
I know one thing. You did see the comment by Britt, right? Their cornerback talking about Worthy. Now, first of all, okay, I understand where he's coming from, because if you do jam Xavier, with the dude is like $165, $170 if soaking wet.
He's my size. He's literally my size.
And you push him down, he's down pretty much in the NFL level. So I understand that, but dude, you're playing on Cincinnati, a team that's maladjusted already, and you haven't won your second game in 5 starts. 5 years, you haven't won 2 games. You've been 0-2 in 5 years. So, dude, shut the fuck up. Play the game. If you want to do that kind of stuff, then do it on the field. Don't broadcast it and make a bullet board.
Cam Britt. That was the dude that got victimized by George Pickens last season.
I'm so sick and tired of hearing how the
remember that second game we played him, John, where George Pickens went the fuck off? That was Cam Britt watching him.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
So that dude should be talking.
Let's move right into next topic. We got JAGOFF of the week. And for you guys, I actually got one. Unless I'm reading this one wrong, I'm definitely giving it to him because I'm tripping about it. Actually, I got to a monkey over it, actually. But I'm going to give it to Kyler Murray. Marvin Harris Jr. was wide open in the game last week, and he clearly missed him. I'm not sure. Maybe he went through all his progressions or not. I'm not really sure. But he was asked about it. That could be it, too. Who knows? That could be it, too. That could be true. But he said that when he asked about it, he said sometimes the ball goes to him, but that's not my job.
No, I mean,
so
the Keebler elf, he can't stay over the line.
I don't understand what he means by that, because you're the quarterback. That is your job.
It is your job. I might have worded it wrong.
It sounds like he has his coach here saying, "Hey, Harrison's open. Go look."
Like, what do you mean? It's not your job. You're the quarterback. You don't want to give him the ball unless you run him the trick play. But other than that, 90% of the time, It's the quarterback's job to get him. It is your job to get him the ball. What are you talking about? So Jago, I really don't know what he meant by that. So I'm just going to what I see. So Jago, we go straight to you for that dumbass comment. That's all I got. So I hear what he really meant by that. Like, it is your job to give him that ball. It is.
Every
It's
time
your
I
job to do all your
see
progressions.
Every time I see Murray running around, I just think Marvin Martian. It's the feet, man.
He's
what it
a
reminds me of.
Keebler elf.
Like Marvin
Then
was
he should go
clearly
play for
open.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
He's not gonna that stupid logo in the
They could
middle of the
really
field.
change the logo face to his face. Like on the 50-yard line. It could be done.
But that's my Jago of the week, Colin Murray, for that comment. All right,
Oh, that's so much like he's the quarterback, so technically it is part of his job.
It is your job to go through all your progressions. If you don't see one, you go to 2, go 3, go to 4.
No,
it's your job.
If you need a stool to put down so you can see over the offensive line to see him, then I can, we got to do what you got to do. But yeah, this is not something that's going to endear him to the coaching staff either. I'm going to tell you that right now. He's already causing problems with the coaching staff. To even make a comment like that, they'll be like, dude, you're the quarterback. Of course it's your problem. The hell don't be trying to pass down blame to anybody.
Yeah, so you're trying to do. He won't take the blame for it.
Don't pass blame on Marvin. Don't pass blame on the offensive line. Your little small ass should have been looking around the corner to see him. That's the quarterback of the year. He's a potential rookie of the year. Throw to his ass. He can only be rookie of the year if you throw to him.
He's another one that should have went and fucking played baseball. I'm telling you.
All right, everybody's have a Jago for the week, but that's mine.
Yeah, I got one.
I do.
I got one.
But go ahead, Kevin.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Sean Watson. I mean, if it wasn't for his poor gameplay against Dallas, you could go to this whole bullshit about having this new case on him with a woman that was supposed to give him a massage, and was getting ready, was doing whatever, and she came out of the bathroom and he was naked on her bed. And he was begging her to massage his ass.
Massage the ass cheeks.
I didn't have time to make a meme of a photo of him laying naked on a bed going like this, but it's coming.
That's what he thought.
Yeah, right.
So that's what that's all you got, Kev?
I'm good. Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
Next.
So my jack off of the week is a New Jersey Jets. Them stupid, dumb ass. First of all, you pay too much damn money for an aged quarterback. All right. And then on top of that, you got rid of Bryce Huff and sent him to Philadelphia. And then Philadelphia trades you Hassan Reddick. And this is where my beef really kind of lies at.
I'm loving the Jets right now for their picks.
Hassan Reddick made it, said, I'll come and play with you guys if you pay me what I'm worth. Not a bad thing to say. Dude has 50.5 sacks in the last 4 years. The only other players that have as many sacks is TJ Watt, that dude plays above. He's just like on his own damn level anyway. Myles Garrett and Trey Hendrickson. Those are the 4 guys in 4 years that have more sacks than him. Yet he keeps getting treated like a stepchild, and he gets paid $15 million a year. And that's $6 million less than Trey Hendrickson. Come on. The man wants to get paid. Pay the damn guy. Quit lying to his ass when you traded him up there. Quit lying to his ass and don't pay him and try to be cheap bastards and try to get him to play for nothing. That's the problem. And that's exactly what. And people make Hassan Reddick the villain. He's not the villain. He's not a good attitude guy. He wants his money. This is the reason why Philadelphia wanted to trade him, because Philadelphia didn't want to pay him his money, which is dumb because he had 27 sacks in 2 seasons with them. He was their defense. But anyway, so now they're holding him hostage.
I'd like to see him right next to Oliver. That'd be great.
He's holding hostage by the Jets, because he's not going to, people around him, friends and associates of Reddick, say he's not going to back down. He's got his foot in the dirt right now. He ain't backing down. He's not going to play until he gets a contract. And he told the Jets that. And the Jets are going to sit there like a bunch of dumbasses and continue to have him on the roster, and he ain't doing nothing. And they needed his ass. That was apparent against San Francisco because they couldn't get no pressure on the damn quarterback. You got 3 pressures, and the only 2 sacks they got was because it was the defensive backs were covering well. That was it. They ain't get nothing. So they need Hassan Reddick. It's not like, he's some run-of-the-mill, linebacker, defensive end. The dude is freaking awesome. And to tell you the truth, Kevin, he needs to come over to Detroit. That's where he needs to be. Yeah. We can pay his ass. As soon as he comes over here, we can pay his ass. But again, it's just the Jets are just dumb. They're doing dumb stuff. But I guess that New Jersey
before week 6. That's all I'm saying.
It's that New Jersey water. I think that's what it is.
All right, Rob, you got a JAGOFF this week?
Ryan Noka, quit using Siri to spell your words. JAGOFF.
All right, I'm going to get Rabbit Time. Monkey Trivia number 4. I'm over for 3 right now. Golly.
Okay, so what team was the worst team to win the Super Bowl as far as their final record, season record?
For the Giants?
It was the Giants.
Yeah,
no.
There was 3 teams that
I was thinking that.
There was 3 teams that made it to the Super Bowl at 9-7, but the Giants were the only team to win the Super Bowl at 9-7 against
the other 2 teams?
Undefeated Patriots. Hey, you see where it says Kevin's trivia? I thought we went through this last week. This is Kevin's
yeah, but John guessed it. Yeah, but John guessed it. You got to tell those 2 now.
Well, the stat that I have doesn't even mention the other 2, so I can't answer that question.
You damn tease.
I'm gonna move on to our next topic. Has Detroit secondary gotten better? Be sure.
It's one game. I mean, I can't answer that question right now. Give me week 5. I can tell you, they played okay. I mean, Terry and Arnold had his moments where he played like a rookie. He got a couple of DPIs. One because he had his back to the damn, he was facing the damn receiver instead of turning around looking for the ball. But that's a rookie. That's a rookie mistake. So, I mean, as far as Carlton Davis is concerned, he did pretty well. He made good tackles. He covered really well. Brian Branch, as from the safety position, I guess he's got to relearn it a little bit. But he almost came away with at least 3 picks in that game. He just didn't time his routes really good, and he missed some tackles. So it's something that you don't never see Brian Branch do. Kirby played okay. He got the interception in the end zone, which was because he was camouflage. Anyway, so that's what the LA media said. Oh, he got that thing in Jim because he was camouflage. That shouldn't be fair. Oh, that was Warren Sapp too. Wasn't that Warren Sapp that said that?
I think it was Warren Sapp that said that.
He piggybacked off that shit. This is dumb. Yeah, and although Stafford threw a touchdown in that same end zone early, whatever. Get out. Anyway, so yeah, I mean they played fair. Meek was really good. And he just came in there because Carlton Davis got the wind knocked out of him for a play, so he came in there and did pretty well. I mean, it's only week 1. I can't say they played well or not. I mean, they played okay. They won the game. I mean, they were part of the winning team, so I can't answer that question.
I feel like this should have been a Pittsburgh question because my secondary did great.
Yeah, players wise, they got better.
Yeah, secondary got better.
They got better. Come on, man. Last year they had Cam Sutton and they had Cam Sutton and
the proof's in the pudding, though.
Last year they had Cam Sutton and Jerry Jacobs as the starting quarterbacks last year. I think players wise is a lot better this year. Not to mention it's one game, but they went up against a very good Rams passing attack. offense.
Right.
Well, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that because what happened was their offensive line was malaligned. They had Jonah Jackson playing center, which he's never done since high school for the Rams, and they had two of their right tackle and their left tackle are out, so they had to do what they had to do. And Stafford got rid of the ball like in 2.1 seconds, like 2 seconds, and that's fast. If he's getting the ball that fast, there's really nothing you can do as a defensive player but play the ball. So, for what they did, for how he was playing, because he had to get rid of the ball real fast, I think they did pretty well. I mean, Cooper Kupp is Cooper Kupp.
You got to admit, getting rid of Jerry Jacobs was a fresher breath there, wasn't it, Brian?
Well, I mean, he played well when he was here. He just was very inconsistent. He sucked after a while. I think Sutton was the most noticeable one, but then he was playing out of position in the first place. So I mean, can't be too bad on him because he's not a man corner. He's a zone coverage corner. There's no damn way he should have been on half of those damn receivers he was on last year. But we didn't have nobody else because Mosley's crippled glass ass decided he was going to be hurt, and now he's hurt this season too. So,
what happened to Malafanu? That one safety inside.
Oh, the Malafani was out of that game too. Iffy, he was out of that game.
I was wondering where he was.
Yeah, he wasn't playing in that game. He better get his stuff together too, because he'll be the next one getting the hell up out of here. So, but yeah, I can't really say that it got better. I mean, on paper they got better, but as far as playing, you gotta give them at least another few weeks for them to gel.
I agree with Brian on that one too. I agree with him on that.
Players wise, they got better, but I would say that. But week one was playing football left.
Yeah.
Monkey.
This question seems like it's an overreaction, like trying to pull an overreaction out of somebody because you really can't out of one game you can't tell. I agree with Brian. You got to give it a few weeks. Everyone overreacts to Monday, week one. So, like you said, like when on paper, better on paper. They would, like Robbie said, went against a good pass offense of the Rams. That pass attack is, pretty brutal. And only time will tell. They got the potential to be better.
Yeah, they got another good task this weekend playing. They got Godwin and Evans. They have to contend with. So that's another test for that.
And big bad Baker.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not going to be thrown in 2.1 seconds like Stafford is, though. So
dangerous.
He ain't got that capability. He is not Stafford. Let's make that clear. So,
he can throw it that amount of time. It doesn't mean it's going to be accurate.
Hey, Baker Mayfield is the danger.
Oh yeah, he's going to be dangerous. All right.
All right, Charlie. Going about our next topic: the Panthers and Bryce Young running as bad as they look. Okay. I have a home base Carolina Panthers fan, and when I saw the score, I told him to turn the TV off. That was just bad. Like they scored in every quarter of the game. Every game, the Saints, the way they dominated. I don't think it was the Panthers that really played bad. I think it was Bryce Young that really played bad. I don't think he knew what he was doing out there, man. He threw a pick the first play of the game. He did the same thing last year. First play was an interception. In his progression, the offensive line actually was protecting him, and he couldn't find anybody. I don't know, man. I don't know if he had no leadership to look like no vet presence to learn from. He got Eddie Dalton there, but I don't know if I want to go to him too much. But back there, but I don't think it's him that's in the league. Yeah, he's the backup. He's the backup quarterback for the Panthers right now. I don't think it's the team. I think it's Bryce Young. I think he lacked poise, man. He don't have no confidence, man. He looked scared out there. Like he's small. Like I don't know, man. He didn't look good. I don't think it was. I don't think the team itself. And also, a lot protected him pretty well in that game. They did. He just couldn't do anything. I think he lacked confidence. He don't have that poise. Not go through his progressions. Maybe overthinking, man. Like it ain't looking good. It's not looking good. So, yeah, it is bad. And I don't think they're gonna win a game. They could potentially go 0-17. Like I don't think they will because they got to play what? Who do they play next? The Chargers. That's another loss. And then look, their best defensive player and Derek Brooks, he's gone for the season now. Like, if I was Carolina, I'll try to see if I can get Hassan Reddick. Bring
They
him
play
back.
Green Bay.
No,
I think it's Dr. Chargers.
Green Bay plays Indianapolis.
They
this
play
week.
They probably gonna lose. They may potentially be 1 or 2 games, but I see no more than that. Like they potentially lose every game. They should go a tank and go get Travis Hunter. Who knows? But they look bad. They look real bad. And to give up 47 points like that, man, I told my homeboy to turn the TV off. Turn it off. Just turn it off. That was, man. Yeah, it looks bad. But I don't think it was the team collectively. I think it was Bryce Young. Pretty simple. Be sure.
That was one of 4 of the worst quarterback things I saw this weekend. Bryce one was one, Tua was another, and Daniel Jones. They might have a competition there. Carolina might have a competition there. They might have the 2 0-17 teams because I'm telling you, if they keep Daniel Jones in New York and Bryce, oh man, those two are gonna suck ass the whole year. Because Bryce Young came out looking like you're right. He came out looking like Tua. When I saw Tua playing on Thursday, I was like, damn, this is what I saw against Carolina. Just overthrowing passes, just not doing. And they had in the beginning of the game, they had pretty good protection, just like you said.
Yeah,
but he was just all over the place. And then and Caleb Williams was another one that didn't have a game. He was overthrowing. It's just bad quarterback play in the first week in the game from some people that you would think they would. This is second year for Bryce. He's got to do something because Carolina is going to pull the trigger and get rid of him. And I know they were mad as hell that they picked him instead of Stroud.
Yeah,
idiot, dumb.
That's
Cleveland
Brown. That's another dumb franchise because they got rid of Brian Burns
for nothing, really much for nothing.
And then they got, and that's another team. Hassan Reddick was on that team.
Yes,
in 2021, him and Brian Burns. That defense was the stuff. People remember they weren't that great of a team, but they had that defense was like top 5. I remember that because Hassan Reddick and Brian Burns were both on that damn team. They were killing people. So and they got rid of both of them. Now they and then their best defensive tackle's gone for the rest of the season. That's just jack. Carolina's just through. They're through.
All right, Monkey.
Yes, they are as bad as they looked. They made the Taints look like they were Super Bowl contenders for Christ's sake.
Right.
I mean, we got Nicholas Morris here, who's a Taints fan who's all week but blowing up in the group, acting like they just won the Super Bowl. Like, wow, bro! It's like the Panthers, really? He's trying to argue that they're not the worst team in the NFL. They lost, didn't they? By your team?
Yeah.
With a bunch of nobodies. I mean, the Taints are like a JV squad right now. I'm sorry. But Bryce Young, I said it when he was drafted, was going to be a bust. It's not necessarily because of his ability. It's because the team that drafted him, the weapons he has around him, and no one to teach him shit. He has no one to help him transition, just like Justin Fields didn't have anyone to help transition from the college level to the NFL level. I can't stress how important that really is to a quarterback. I mean, seriously.
Who is their backup quarterback?
Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red Rifle. Yeah.
Red Rifle.
The Red Rifle.
The Rat Bird Killer.
The way they played against the Taints, I could definitely see them going 0-17, being the first team to lose all 17 games.
I'll tell you.
If you would have asked me last week, I would have said the Patriots, but I mean, they're making the Patriots look like a playoff contender right now, and that's horrible. You can't do that.
No, thanks Cincinnati for that.
Right. Well, I'm happy they lost.
Yeah.
Every last one of them lost, actually. I was happy. All right, Robbie.
That team is atrocious, offensively and defensively. The sad part is they actually got good wide receivers. They got a young Xavier Legette and Deontay Johnson. He's a good route runner. But like when it comes to offense, it seems like Bryce Young cannot see over that offensive line. He can't get his receivers going. He can't hit them in stride either. I can't name one person on that defense. Last year they lost what? They lost Jeremy Chin and Brian Burns. They downgraded. You're supposed to improve the team. Somehow they downgraded the team.
Maybe they're tanking to get Sanders' son.
They made Derek Carr. They made Derek
like
Carr.
Arizona did.
They made Derek Carr look like Peyton Manning. That's how bad they are.
Hey, they got Jadeveon Clowney.
And shame on them. Shame on them for giving Saints fans so much hope. They shouldn't have done it. Because in 3 weeks, they're all going to be like debating on if it's worth being a fan or not. They may just stop watching football altogether.
Damn,
You
Lamar
lost
Jackson
to a
plays
quarterback
too.
You lost to the poor man's Jake Plummer.
Yeah, they got a solid wide receiver crew. They got Deontay Johnson, they got Xavier Legette, and then they got Adam Thielen. You can't forget about him. So I mean, they got the pieces there. It's and the offensive line is not bad. They did they got Sean Robinson as a defensive end. Damn. And Shaq Thompson I think Shaq Thompson is hurt.
They lied about Bryce Young's height. He's actually shorter than Kyler Murray.
Yeah. He's a small one. He's another
so instead of being he's Speedy Gonzalez instead of Marvin the Martian.
Like Kyler Murray's 5'10", Bryce Young's 5'8".
He's a small guy. He's just scared to run. He's just like the comparison between him and the Keebler Alford are like the same. Because I mean, both of them, they are scared to run when they do run. You can see it. So they got the speed. It's just.
Come second year, you should have been improving. You're not showing any type of improvement.
Man, and again, it's only game one, but I just don't. As a team as a whole,
I know he's not going to Carolina.
What do you think? But they get no one.
What
are you talking about, Shador?
Yeah, because I sat there instead of watching tank and go grab Sanders.
No, Deontay is not good.
He's good. He just got an attitude problem.
Yeah, he's good. He just got an attitude problem.
Deontay Johnson is actually a good receiver. He can run routes.
One of the best route runners in football. He one of the best route runners in football. He definitely is. But he's got a stinky ass attitude.
He's a
stinky ass attitude.
He got traded because he was causing problems in the locker room.
Isn't that the one that had the problem catching the ball?
At the beginning, he got a lot better.
No. Don't try to cover that up and sugarcoat it.
He got a lot better.
Right.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
3 years ago. From 3 years ago.
Overrated. Thank you. Hey. He got it.
All right, let's move on. All right, does Washington have enough talent around Jaden Daniels? Monkey.
He could use a little more help, sure, but he actually statistically had the best game out of any rookie quarterback in week one, including Caleb Williams, even though Caleb Williams only the one got a W. I liked what I kind of saw from Jaden Daniels. He's a rookie and he's running for his life. He wants to. He's doing the same thing like Josh Allen did when he first started. If he's in trouble and his number one target is not there, he's taken off, and that's what a lot of mobile quarterbacks do when they first come to the NFL. The problem is, can they correct it? If Washington can, which I believe they have the ability to, I think Washington can be a really decent team by the end of the year.
All right, for me, I mean, it's still early to tell. They have enough. Let's say it's week one. It's tough to judge that right now. But I say he didn't do bad. I mean, he did okay through the air, not the greatest, but he did okay. He ain't done no touchdowns. He ain't done no touches either. He ran the ball pretty effectively. Got in the end zone twice. their leader rusher, kind of Lamar Jackson thing going on. Hope that has become a thing moving forward. But it's still early. But like I said, it's okay. They got a chance to get better. And like I said, he did what he could in that game. It wasn't okay. Actually, it wasn't that bad. But I mean, he did pretty okay, man. So it's still early to tell. Like I said, a lot of these questions that we got here today, it's just early. Ask these questions later. So it's okay for now. All right, but not Monkey, but Robbie.
Well, through one game, I watched some of that game. Like his O line was looking a little shaky. That's why he was probably taking off so many times.
Yeah.
And Johanny Dotson, they traded him, but was he really a big loss? I don't think so. McLaurin, he was getting doubled. They didn't really care who the number 2 receiver is. McLaurin was just getting doubled all over the place. Luke McCaffrey, I know they got him as number 2, but he's still young. So through I ain't gonna say do they have enough talent, but I'm gonna say one game, maybe more things just gotta gel together, And hopefully the O-line will continue to improve and not continue to look shaky as they did in one game.
McCaffrey showed a lot of potential during preseason and OTAs and shit. So I wouldn't be surprised if he followed suit with the rest of his family. And I'm not saying be a fucking like Hall of Fame All-Star or nothing like that, but I can see him being a very dependable receiver for years to come.
All right, be sure.
I don't think this has to do with anything week 1 produced. I think this is just a general all-around question. I think he's got the talent around him, but with every team, it starts with the offensive line. If your offensive line is crap, you're not going to have – it doesn't make a difference. You could have Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, and Kelvin Johnson as wide receivers. If you don't have an offensive line to block the pressure coming at your quarterback, it don't make a difference. And,
look at the stats.
They got and Washington's got a pretty good defense. They got the best defense, but they got a pretty good. They have to take time to gel.
The line is mediocre. Their offensive line,
their offensive line is just nope. That's why that's the reason why they got Jaden Downs, because he can run from the pocket. But that's not going to produce anything, especially with a rookie. If you give him that green light to do that, that's going to be focused in his brain.
He's going to have Justin Fields.
He's not going to run. Yeah,
that's what it reminds me of.
He's going to be a good quarterback, and hopefully they have somebody that corrects those thought processes that he has when he's behind the line. He said, look, if you got to wait till the last minute to throw it to somebody, do that. If you get hit, you get hit. That's part of the game. And I don't think that they're, he's gotten that in his mind yet. He's still in a rookie mode. So you got to give him some time for that. But that offensive line is not going to do him no favors. I think he's got the talent around him. He just doesn't have the offensive line.
The problem with rookies having a horrible offensive line to start off with is it puts it into their psyche that they don't have. They have zero faith in their line, so that stays with them as they try to mature and grow into what they want to be. You have a bad line, you're going to have a quarterback that's going to be trigger happy, have happy feet, and are going to have an issue looking at their primary target and taking off all the time, like Justin Fields was doing. Like I said, that's the best comparison I can compare him to is how Justin Fields ended up starting off. Yeah. And that's what I hope doesn't happen to Jaden Daniels, because I think he's a really good player. And I think Washington deserves to, be a decent team again. I'm getting tired of hearing about the Eagles and the Cowboys all the time. I ain't gonna lie. A fresh face would be nice. And don't you dare fucking bring the Giants up, because they can be in purgatory for the rest of their goddamn known existence.
0-17.
Well, it's pretty bad when your starting quarterback has more rushing attempts than your running backs combined.
Yeah.
Well, Lamar Jackson do that.
That tells you, but that tells you about their offensive line, because running backs, your offensive line, the first thing they like to do as a unit is run block. If they're not run blocking effectively,
it's easier.
And your quarterback is running for a whole bunch of yards, that's not a good mix. Very few players can get away with that. Lamar Jackson can get away with that because he's an extraordinary athlete. He can get away with that. But the Keebler Elf, he can't get away with that. You can't outrush the rusher. Fortunately, he has Connor, so he ain't got to do that. And their offensive line ain't too bad. Their offensive line is actually probably better than Washington's right now. But offensive line, everything starts with the offensive line. I've learned to appreciate that being a Lions fan, because our offensive line, we won that game on the offensive line last week. They pushed the Rams all the way into the damn end zone. They were pushing them 2 yards off the ball every time they counted that overtime. If you watch that game, the offensive line was killing them. So I appreciate good offensive line.
I can't believe he just said that. Come on, man. Man,
That's probably my favorite comment. That's probably my favorite comment today.
Come on, dog. Madden.
Dude, I
Come on,
purposely get rid of all
man.
my good offensive linemen when I play Madden.
I gotta go and put up with Pickens for week 2.
All right.
Brother Cheetah.
All right, trying to say now what we're about to do with this Pick'em sheets. I'm gonna call out the teams, games, and y'all gonna tell me each one who's ever gonna win. We're gonna start with Sunday game at 1:00. We got the Las Vegas Raiders at Baltimore. I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna go with Baltimore in this one against the Raiders. I got them winning this game. Be sure.
Yeah, I got Baltimore.
A monkey.
If Baltimore loses against Vegas, they might as well just forfeit the rest of the season.
That's right.
All right, Robbie.
It's a no-brainer. It's Baltimore in this. They can't lose to the Raiders at home.
If the Ravens lose and go 0-2, we're gonna have a conversation next week. We're going to.
Yeah, I'd like a serious conversation.
All right, we got the Chargers at the Carolina. I got the Chargers winning this game. I just don't see nothing in Carolina. I don't see it. I'm sorry. Be sure.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer. I'm picking the Chargers.
All right, Monkey.
Chargers.
All right, Robbie.
Chargers.
All right, we got the Tampa Bay Bucks at let's go. I'm sorry. We got the Saints at Dallas. I think Dallas at home can see the high hand going. So I'm gonna go with Dallas in this one. Be sure.
Yeah, Dallas is regular season champs, so they can
right.
They're gonna beat New Orleans. They're gonna beat the crap out of New Orleans. I was really impressed what they did against Cleveland. I was.
Yes.
I thought Cleveland was going to give them a good game, and it just did not turn out that way at all. And it wasn't really just Deshaun Watson that had the problem. They were killing that offensive line. That defense was on top of him before he even got a chance to think about Miss Sewers.
Okay. And that lineman that was guarded Miles Garrett didn't do nothing that game. He shut Miles Garrett down that entire game. The so-called defensive player of the year shut him down. No pressure, no nothing.
A rookie.
Yes, shut him down. Defensive player of the year. Kiss, man, whatever. But anyway. Monkey.
Now, like I said earlier, Panthers just set up the Taints fans for some heartache. Because if you thought Dallas's ass whooping on Cleveland was bad last week, oh my fucking God, I cannot wait to see how they react to this game.
Poor St. Nicholas.
Cowboys, I hate the Cowboys, but I'm not stupid. They're good regular, like you said, these are good regular season teams. They're going to win this game.
All right, Robbie.
I'm going with the Saltine Dallas Cowboys.
All right, we're moving on. We got the Tampa Bay Bucks at Detroit. This is going to be a good game. I actually am interested in watching this game, actually. That's probably one game I'm probably going to tune into. I think it'll be a good game. And I got Detroit in this one. They're the hottest team in the NFC, in my opinion. So I'm going to go with Detroit in this one. I think it'll be a good game. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. All right. Be sure to know you got it.
Really got to ask me.
All right.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Well, I'm picking the Lions. I mean, it'll probably be a good game. Tampa Bay is no joke. I mean, they're a good team. I think they're underrated. I think people overlook them because they're in a shitty division and they always come up with a really subpar record. But they still make it to the playoffs, and they still beat good teams in the playoffs. Who they beat last year?
Philadelphia.
Yeah. So
They didn't beat Philadelphia. They embarrassed them. That's what they did.
Embarrassed, yeah. That's the word to use.
They have the potential to do it, but I still think Detroit. They're my out-on favorites this year. Detroit.
All right, Robbie.
I'm taking Detroit. It's going to be a close game, though. Tampa Bay's going to give them a run. It's going to be a close game.
All right, we got the Colts. We got the Colts at Green Bay. Give me the Colts. Give me the Colts. I'm not ready to. I'm not sold on Green Bay yet, especially after Jordan Love going. If Jordan Love playing the game, I'll go with Green Bay, but I don't think Malik Willis is going to do anything much to help his team win, so I'm going to go with the Colts. Be sure.
Now, this is talking about some NFC North hate, but had Jordan Love played this game, I would have put Green Bay just because I'm honest with my picks. I want to be hopeful for – not really. I'm just saying that.
that hate
Indianapolis is going to win that game.
Coming out.
I want to make honest decisions. I mean, I don't like Dallas either, but Dallas is going to beat New Orleans. Come on.
I can smell that hate from here.
That's all
right. Monkey.
I'm not denying it.
I'm pretty sure Indianapolis is that game. Malik Willis right now is not ready to be starting quarterback position. Indianapolis is a contender of the team for the playoffs. So well gone. I can't jump on the big back.
All right, Robbie.
I guess I'm gonna go with the Colts there.
You think?
Yeah.
I think
they got Cleveland, Jacksonville.
I can't pick Green Bay. They got Malik Willis.
Yeah, they got Cleveland, Jacksonville. Give me Jacksonville. I did it at home. I would love to see Cleveland lose again. Give me Jacksonville. It's that hate. That's it. All right,
Can you smell the hate that's cooking? No, it's Jacksonville. You know, they played pretty good against Miami. I was surprised they even lost that game, but Cleveland just looked like shit. And that's not even a hate thing. They just play like shit. They just play like shit. So I'm giving it to Jacksonville at home.
All right, Bucky.
Well, if they started Jameis Winston, Cleveland might actually have a chance, but they're not going to do it.
Not going to do
it. And Jacksonville played pretty well against Miami last week. So I'm going to go with Miami at home, or Jacksonville at home.
All right, Robbie.
After last week, I can't pick Cleveland. I'm taking the Jaguars at home.
You can't pick Cleveland anyway.
I mean, I'm picking the Jaguars at home. I can't pick Cleveland.
Wow. You need some Swedish fish. You tripping. You need some Swedish fish.
Right.
No, I don't need no more Swedish fish. That's the problem.
That's what you need.
Right.
My God, damn, I had a brain fart there.
You got Minnesota at the 49ers at the Minnesota. I'm going to go with the 49ers. I said that kid that played backup for CMC.
Yeah.
Ball look good. I got the 49ers.
I like what Minnesota did against the Giants, but they're not going to repeat that performance. All the things that are wrong with Minnesota is coming out against San Francisco. That's all I got to say. San Francisco's going to pound their ass. And then they owe them an ass whooping because of last year, Minnesota beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So they owe them an ass whooping. So San Francisco's winning that game.
Then they had CMC too, right? When they beat them, they had.
No, they did. No, he was. I think he was out. They
don't have him this week. Christian McCaffrey's out.
Yeah, out again. The other kid
they got though.
Yeah, he's out next 4 games. I heard.
Yeah, they put him on IR. Yep.
All right, Monkey.
Even though that Sam Darnold had his best game of his career last week, he was about to have his worst game of his career because the Niners are not the Giants. I'm sorry.
Not at all.
We're talking about, last year's Super Bowl runner-ups compared to a team that has a quarterback that trips over his own ghost. So, I mean, I would love to sit there and say, hey, Minnesota did a great job. They got a potential of really pulling off the upset. It's not fucking happening. San Francisco is too built to take shit from Minnesota. They're too dominant. It's going to be a sad game.
All right, Robbie.
Is Jordan Addison playing?
Who?
No.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
Jordan Addison.
What did
No,
what
he's
does it
not.
matter?
It wouldn't matter.
What does it matter?
Because if he was playing,
They
I
could
would have
have
picked
Kirk Cousins
Minnesota.
back as quarterback. It's
Hell
like,
no.
Why would you pick Minnesota, dude?
Hell no. Not the
Yeah.
49ers. No.
They ain't got
No.
no
Hey,
defense.
hey, I like to live dangerously, okay?
No, I see that. I see that.
You should have picked Tampa Bay over Detroit.
Exactly.
I'm picking the Niners.
Hell no. I don't give a damn if he was playing. I'm still going for another. Hell no.
Yeah,
All right, then we
I had you going. I had you going. I ain't picking Minnesota. Come on, man.
We got Seahawks at New England. Hey man, give me New England, man. I can't go. They go 2-0. Give me New England. I think they do it at home. They'll get it done. They'll get it done. I think the head coach they got. I think they're gonna get it done.
I'm living dangerously. John living dangerously up in that motherfucker now.
Seattle's not that good, bro. Seattle's not that good, bro. Nah, I'm sorry.
I mean,
Man, one good year.
10 times better than fucking New England. Yeah, how many good years does New
See,
England
hey,
have?
hey,
New England-
that's that
New England
AFC
is
East
that-
tape right there.
They got a new head coach. They playing football, man. They're doing real good. They took out my division rival. I'm happy.
Who's their starting quarterback?
It don't
That's
matter.
that's that AFC
Okay,
East
don't tell
tape.
me
I
that their
told
starting
you.
quarterback does not matter.
Did he lose or did he win? That's what it matters.
No. The team won. He didn't win. The team won.
That
New
AFC
England.
East
Give
tape
me
is
New
coming
England.
out.
Give me New England.
It's that AFC East
New
tape,
England, take New
man.
England, right? You
You got the Mad Yinzer down here all hopped up on fucking Swedish fish. I don't know what the hell John's smoking. But New England is not going to win that game.
I'm telling you now.
It's
Watch.
just not happening.
And remember this, because if they do, I'm giving you Jack all the week for not listening to me.
How do you
Hey, man.
win a
Hey.
game? You need to score points to win a game, correct?
They got a good defense. New England got a very good
Is
defense.
their defense going to score the points? Is their defense going to
Defense
score all the
wins
points?
games. Defense wins games. That's the point.
And
So,
I'm seeing. I don't know, man.
Hey, Christian Gonzalez is going to lock down DK. Watch. New England wins this game. Watch.
I'm seeing that.
DK.
It's iffy.
I'm seeing that
I mean,
AFC East tape, man.
Seattle beat the Broncos. I mean, they beat the
Hey,
Broncos
barely.
at home too. So I
Barely.
mean,
And they gave up 2 safeties. That's not good either.
that's
I
true.
understand what he's saying, but
Yeah, Bo Nix held onto the ball too damn long. That's his dumbass problem.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah, they had a rookie quarterback starting.
yeah.
AFC East
I mean,
tape.
as far as for me, I don't like Geno Smith. I've never been a Geno Smith liker.
Oh, I
hate
can't
Geno
stand
Smith.
motherfucker.
However, I think they're still going to beat New England. I think New England, they did a good job against Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati was just a mess anyway. They weren't going to win. You look at it on paper and say Cincinnati was going to beat their ass, but then again, you look at it, the game has to be played. And if you got all that shit going on behind the scenes, New England obviously had a chance. I just think Seattle's they're a better team. I'm not saying that it could go John's way. New England could win that one. It's kind of like an iffy between them two. But Seattle, I just think Seattle's just a better
Talking from
team.
an alternate reality.
Hey, yo, you know what? Monkey might do. Hey, you know what? Monkey might right. What the hell am I smoking? Why am I choosing New England? I hate them.
You cannot go back.
I'm still sticking with New England still. I don't know. Somewhere I feel like John Mayo got this team playing, man. I think they're gonna go 2-0. I think they're gonna do that at home, man. They got a
It's
good
going to be a big topic next week.
Don't get fooled by the AFC East hate, okay?
Nah, I'm going with New England. I'm still choosing them. I don't know why I'm choosing them for. I don't know why.
Yeah, bro. I know. I can smell that too, man. I can smell it.
I've never lied about my
We're really going to smell it in the next pick. We're really going to smell it in the next pick.
Yeah, we are. All right, who else then?
I'm going.
Robbie, you left.
I'm going Seattle.
Okay. Robbie, you went right.
No, I just said I'm picking Seattle.
Okay. Monkey, you got one right.
But I wanted to say that Kevin got the AFC East hate flowing.
Right,
I can smell that
shit. New Jersey Jets at Tennessee.
I'm just messing with you, Kev.
Man.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
The better team on paper is the Jets, but they didn't look very well Monday. I thought they would have, maybe because it's early. Who knows? They have a little bit of rust. Give me the Jets. Give me the Jets. I think they probably win their first game in a row. Give me the Jets. I think the Jets. I love that defense. That defense is really good. I'm gonna choose the defense. I'm on the defensive side of this, not necessarily the offense. Defense have to win. All right, be sure you go next.
Yeah, I'll take the stinking ass New Jersey Jets over Tennessee. I'm gonna tell you what though, the Jets ain't gonna beat anybody. Their Jets are gonna be like this year's Miami. They're not gonna beat anybody over 500. That's so yeah, they're gonna get Tennessee. They're gonna get Tennessee. Tennessee's it's gonna be a good game though. That defensive line for Tennessee ain't no joke. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah. All right, Monkey.
Oh, Tennessee makes it really hard to pick them because they have Tony Pollard that they're trying to play like he's fucking Travis, like he's fucking King Henry. He's not. Stop playing him like he is because it's not the way he plays. Until they fix that, I can't believe they're
It's killing them. It's killing them to say. It's killing them to say.
You want to come on, man? I picked Baltimore. You won't see me cringe up.
Yeah, leave us.
Yeah, but the Jets have been around longer than the Baltimore Ravens have. So.
That is true.
I mean, every team in the NFL has been around longer. I mean, unless you want to tie in their historical background with the Browns on the other hand. But I mean, you might piss off some Ravens fans.
I don't know, man. Tennessee's defense is good.
I think
nothing better than the Jets defense.
Right, that's the issue. Because I don't have faith in that Tennessee offense whatsoever.
Me neither.
I gotta give it to the fucking Jersey Jets.
Levis has got to get that nail off his hand.
I need to take
as much as I would like to pick Tennessee, I can't just because of their offense. So I got to go with the New Jersey Jets.
All right, then we got the Giants at Washington. Don't give me Washington after they get their first win. They get their first win. I just don't believe in the Giants either. I like believing neighbors, but they're not enough to make them any kind of playoff team. So give me Washington. Be sure.
By week 8, Neighbors is going to ask to be traded.
Shit. Shit.
I got no way. Then again, Drew Lock might be starting by that time, so who knows? Anyway,
if he's not traded, he's going to take an injury.
Right. Yeah, he's going to be like Higgins. But the New Jersey Giants are going to lose that game. I think Washington is going to get their first win on that one.
All right, Monkey.
Cheetah says not till it won't even last that long. He says week 4.
Hey.
But it's Washington, man. My hot take was Washington's going to win the division. And that's a really far stretch. But I still think they're better than the Giants. I mean, their rookie quarterback is better than Danny Pennies, who just brought the Giants shit to them.
He's Danny EBT now.
You're right.
He used to deny EBT.
He's Danny lost his EBT now.
He's Danny. I go to the churches for their benefits.
Yeah, because you can eat with EBT. You can eat with EBT. Giants will be lucky to win 3 games this year. I'm going with Washington.
All right, then we got the Rams at Arizona. Give me the Rams. For sure.
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams, even if they got a maligned offensive line. The Stafford is just the better quarterback in this game, and their defense ain't that bad.
All right, Robbie.
Rams.
Monkey.
Other rookie quarter or wide receiver that's going to be asked to be.
I know that's right.
Yeah, facts. But that was my hot take at the beginning of the season was that Washington was going to win the division. But but Marvin Harris is going to get tired of this shit. He was wide open. He could have had a good touchdown. It would have put him ahead. He wouldn't have won the game anyway, but that would have put him ahead. And
Let's take odds of who's going to quit on their team first. Marvin Harrison or Neighbors.
It might be Neighbors.
I'm going with Harrison being he's already been a drama queen already this offseason. Through the offseason and including after last week's game. I mean, he wasn't a very happy camper after last week's game. And if you think he's going to keep putting up with that shit, I mean, you want to talk about a drama queen for a fucking wide receiver? Like, holy shit. Like, I like the dude. I like his play in college. I think he'd be an awesome receiver if you just shut the hell up. Play the game.
Next, we have Pittsburgh at Denver. Right, that's what I said. That's why I said I believe Malik got the worst. Quarterback out of the two, they got the worst. All right, then we got Pittsburgh at Denver. Give me Pittsburgh, man. I think we go 2-0. I love what we're doing right now. I think the defense is going to continue to keep rising for us, man. And we're going to be able to be that dominant team on defense. Help us win games. So give me Pittsburgh.
Quarterback can see over the offensive line.
All right, be sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with Pittsburgh on this one this time. I'm not gonna pussyfoot around. I don't care. I don't care if Boswell kicks 10 fucking field goals.
My boy kicked and punted.
I'm going with Pittsburgh. Tomlin's record against rookie quarterbacks is insane. You just don't. You don't go to the. There's certain coaches you don't start rookie quarterbacks in fantasy football, and Tomlin's one of them. You just don't.
Yeah.
No, and Nixon, he was top 3 for the rookie quarterbacks, but I mean, he didn't do a very good job. He is a rookie. He's going to make a lot of rookie mistakes. That Denver offense isn't exactly the greatest offense to be set in for a situation, but the Steelers, TJ Watt's going to eat them alive. You guys are going to have I'm going to see you guys talk about it in our little chat all day long. I'm glad I'm going to a car show that day. So, but enjoy your guys' win. Hopefully, Justin Fields makes himself look, presentable. If he doesn't do something in this game, man.
How many sacks did TJ Watt get last week?
He recorded 1, but he should have had 3.
Not enough.
He should have had 3.
Not enough.
It was only 1.
Yeah, he's just going to eat against Denver's offense. It's just their offense is. Yeah. And we don't even know. And Josh Reynolds is hurt, so I don't even know if he's going to be playing. So he'll probably drop the ball anyway.
And Project Queen, you better play better than you did last week.
Yeah.
We don't talk about last.
Let me see. Cheetah, I had no problem with you, but Cosmo, I remember saying that he was going to be on her ass after last week.
I'm sorry, you shouldn't be looking forward to this week either, brother. I'm sorry.
Cosmo always does that, man. Last time we played Atlanta, he said he was that the Falcons were going to kick the Steelers' ass.
No. I told him.
And then last week he said he was going to be on her ass.
Well, I'm still waiting for a dirty bird comeback.
We had a thorough conversation last week. They're okay. Him and Cheetah's okay.
Yeah. I like Cheetah. I like Cosmo too, but just.
All right, Robbie.
Mike Thomas 24-6 against rookie quarterbacks. There's no way in hell they should lose this game. That would have made a good trivia too.
Because we like to play down the competition, so I'm not gonna put in passes when it comes to that. So,
but that would have made a good trivia. Who was the 6 quarterbacks that Thomas lost to?
Yeah, but you got to think with your head before you talk.
Right.
All right, we got
the Steelers better not lose.
We should win this game. We should.
They better not.
Like double-digit points.
Now
I wouldn't be surprised to see TJ Watt score a touchdown this game. Rather by a fumble recovery or
a fumble recovery.
No. They're in Denver.
Yeah.
They're in Denver. Boswell is going to win this game. They got thin air. Easy to kick field goals.
Oh, regardless.
I think the defense is going to take over real quick in this game. I think the
Boswell's going to hit he's going to hit 80-yarder this week with that air.
All right, guys, move on. Next one, we got Cincinnati at Kansas City. Give it Kansas City. They cannot compete with this team. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think Xavier. We my word, Xavier Worthy gonna have a big game. Watch out for Xavier Worthy, man. I don't know if y'all got my fantasy. You need to pick him up. I'm telling you.
And Cincinnati, Cincinnati gave too much bulletin board material this week.
They're not competing in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas City blow them out. Like for real. Like I'm just over it. So and then Jamar Chase been saying they're the best team in the AFC. No, you're not. No, you're not.
They're the team to beat. They're the team to beat.
No, you're not. No, you're not. They are. And they're going to show you that.
You haven't been the team to beat since 2021. Not even in 2021, he wasn't the team to beat.
And on top of that, they haven't won a week 2 game in 5 years. So they started off 0-2 in 5 years for every last 5 years. So I don't see why the streak should not continue. They're playing Kansas City, who's a 2-time Super Bowl winner right now, and they got better at wide receiver. So
could have been a 2-time MVP winner too.
Yeah.
Wait till Hollywood get back. That team, man, they got so many weapons over there. Deep targets over there. I mean, no sense.
He ain't gonna be back for a while. They put him on an IR.
Yeah. But wait till when they get back. Like I said, she become more dangerous in the back end of the season. So, and they're just cooking right now. So, man, all right, bro, Monkey.
If you have a Chiefs player, offensive player on your fantasy football team, I suggest you start them. I don't care. I mean, I got Worthy and Royce and Mahomes, and I'm starting all 3 of them motherfuckers. So, the powers that be, or whatever you want to call them, keep saying that Cincinnati's the only team that can. Joe Burrow led Cincinnati Bengals, the only team that could beat Patrick Mahomes. And I'm so sick of hearing that fucking bullshit.
Right.
I mean, seriously, if he did it multiple times, it's like 3 or 4 times. All right, I can see you saying it, but that's like something you would say about Josh Allen on the Dolphins, especially after Thursday night. Anyway, Kansas City is going to win that game. They're going to mop the floor with the Cincinnati Bengals. They're going to go 0-2 again, and Bengals fans are going to be questioning their fandom right now. They're going to.
They got fans.
We're talking about LA. LA don't have no fans.
They don't have. Did I skip you?
What's it? No, I said Kansas City.
Let me make sure. Somehow I be doing that sometimes. All right, Robbie.
Kansas City, easy.
All right, it was our Sunday night football game.
Kansas City can be beat. There's only one quarterback that's undefeated against Patrick Mahomes.
And that is Joe Burrow. So, but I think that's
Nope.
He's more wins. Did he have more wins?
Jared Goff.
He's
never lost. Against him. Beat him,
and that's why they're going to be the team
Lions.
Repeat.
And they beat him as the Rams. Remember that high scoring game today?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
The sad part is I cannot say that
the game on.
I cannot say that's AFC West hate because he's a Lions fan.
I do move right to the Monday night game. Sunday night game. Excuse me. You got Chicago at Houston. Give me Houston. All right.
It's really Sunday night.
This is probably a blowout game.
Oh my God! Did they really?
You really want some hate? Because I am never picking Chicago in any of these damn games. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So you can just Houston's gonna whoop their ass anyway. Even if there was a close game, Houston's whooping their ass. That's all there is.
I can't believe this is a Sunday night game.
Right, Monkey.
It's just for Houston
because it's the #1 overall draft pick, and you got Houston. That's a high-profile team. They're a hot team. They were a hot team last year, and it's going to carry on this season, which rightfully so. But you got Chicago, who has #1 overall pick, and as a quarterback at the main position. I'm surprised it's not a Monday night game, to be honest.
Right.
But I'm going to be going with Houston because they're just going to mop the floor in Chicago. Chicago ain't going to do shit. I have no faith in Chicago. They have the potential to be a good team, but
how many picks you think Caleb's going to throw in this game? Because he's going to throw a pick.
I'm going to call 2. I'm going to call 2, and maybe a strip sack on the way, in the making too.
Yeah, because he does like one back.
It's going to be his worst game. It'll be the worst game for sure. All right, Robbie.
This easy. Houston's gonna smoke them.
All right, then we move to our last game of the week, and then the Monday Night Football, Atlanta Falcons against Philadelphia Eagles. Cosmo and Cheetah, if you brother, you listening to Brandon, don't watch that game Monday. Just don't watch it. I wouldn't recommend it. I just don't watch that. I got Philadelphia. I'm sorry. And the reason why I'm choosing them because their team is dominant all across the board. And Kirk Cousins loves throwing interceptions. I don't know what the problem is, but he should have had 4 interceptions last week. I think this team is a little bit different than one of us. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sorry. I got Philadelphia. There's no way you win this game. I'm sorry. Like, I never love you, but I won't watch this game if I were you. Be sure though.
I do think it's going to be a much closer game than people are thinking because Philadelphia is not. They're still not up on that level yet. I mean, they barely got by Green Bay, and to tell you the truth, their defense is not up there yet. Jalen Carter is their defense. Well, actually, the 2 of the players that they were depending on, what was his name? The linebacker and the damn safety. No-name guys that made big plays on that defense. It wasn't like Slay. It wasn't Gardner John. It wasn't those two. Gardner Johnson.
No, Kobe Dean, right?
No, Kobe Dean didn't really do much either. He played good. That's not go without saying. But at the same time, Atlanta they're going to step it up this week. I think they're going to get some things straight. And then they did go against a very good Pittsburgh defense. Pittsburgh is always known for their defense. It's one of the best. Yeah, it's always the best in the league. So, and I have them as my fantasy defense. So, nah. Anyway, but Atlanta's going to play a much better game against Philadelphia. But Philadelphia's going to come out with that win.
Philly pretty good at home. They really don't lose much at home.
Yeah, it's a Saquon. It's just he found his stride in that game.
He definitely did.
And they got to ride him. Fuck Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry. The dude can't. He's not a good quarterback for that team.
Dude, 2 nasty interceptions.
Yeah, bad picks. So they're probably going to go through Saquon a lot in this game.
Monkey.
Yeah.
Now, if you really know me, I only hate teams because they're damn fans. And it's their fans that piss me off. That's usually what leads me to hate the team. And I fucking can't stand Philly. There's 2 dumb motherfuckers that blame for hating Philly. And I didn't hate Philly until the last couple of years. Okay. And I will leave them to be nameless. But I'm going to make this my upset of the week, and I'm going to pick Hot Atlanta because they should need to bring back the Dirty Bird. They need to start doing Dirty Bird again because it was entertaining. It's one of my favorite touchdowns.
What? But oh, wow.
Philly is, like I said in beginning with the whole Washington winning the division, is because Philly's is still not done imploding, and they're going to keep falling apart. So I think it's going to show here. And like Brian said, Philly's defense is not Pittsburgh's defense. They're a wannabe Pittsburgh defense. Like, you got Pittsburgh that probably has a top 5 defense in the league, if not better. And Philadelphia's defense is like not even top 10. You're comparing it.
All they got is Jalen Carter.
Right.
Jalen Carter was the one that and he's getting cussed out now because he broke Jordan. They say he broke Jordan. Yeah, Love's not broke it, but he caused that whole play. But that he was doing his job. He just got sandwiched. That's all there is to it. But he's the only effective player on that team. When you got 2 no-names making all the tackles on defense, come on, man.
But I'm gonna pick Atlanta for the upset of the week right there.
Oh wow, that's crazy. All right, Robbie.
I'm going with Atlanta.
You going Atlanta too?
I'm going with Atlanta. They got them 2 safeties in the middle of the field. They got Simmons and Jesse Bates. And and one of Hurts' interceptions came in the middle of the field against the Eagles last week. Both of them came in the middle of the field. The strength of that Atlanta's defense.
You didn't hear Robbie though. You didn't hear Robbie.
You just became my favorite person.
I'm going with Atlanta because the only way Philly wins this game, they stay with Saquon in the running game. If they pass that ball in the middle of the field, Simmons and Bates is going to lock that shit
Saquon,
down.
I worry about Saquon. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's like the one guy on that whole team, on that offense that I'm worried about.
It's a double-edged sword. It's either they stick with Saquon in the running game, or they pass in the middle of the field and get it picked off by Bates.
It's really hard to beat. You look at their record the last couple of years at home; they really dominated at home, and I just don't think they're gonna lose to Atlanta. But if I'm wrong, but I doubt it.
No. Atlanta, they have a good defense. There's a reason why the Steelers did not pass in the middle of the field last week. That was because of the two safeties.
Because you're
deep down there a couple of times, not in the middle of necessary, but
even Arthur Smith said that. Even Arthur Smith said that in the game, that they were not going to pass in the middle of the field and let them two safeties wreck the game.
Jalen Hurts is going to have the same stat of 2 interceptions and a fumble.
We'll see.
All right. The only way Philly wins this game.
We'll see.
If Philly wins this game, it's because of the run game.
I just have you know, Cheetah, that last week I picked Atlanta to beat Pittsburgh.
You did.
So,
and
I was wrong. So,
how ironic that the Falcons start out.
The only reason why I'm picking Philadelphia because y'all didn't show me enough last week to feel that I feel confident picking them over Philadelphia. You be like Missouri and show me, then damn it, I'll pick them. But I ain't picking them.
A week 1 game.
Right. Well, that's just true.
How ironic that
I'm trying not to hold it against them. That's why, because defenses are easier to pick up than offenses. It is.
Well, no, actually, offenses are easier because defenses got to adjust to the offenses. So if they're not all together, this is why you're going to see a lot of high scoring games in week 1, 2, and 3 because that's what happens. The defense is adjusting to the offenses. So offenses already know what the fuck they're going to do.
If Atlanta's going to beat a Pennsylvania team, I'd much rather have it be the Eagles.
Pennsylvania hate. I can smell it.
We don't. We don't. Yeah, Pittsburgh. We don't like Philly. There ain't no secret.
I actually conclude the end of our show. That pick up this week, of course. It doesn't conclude the end of our show. I think everybody that joined us today, Cosmo, Marley, niggas at the beginning, Ryan, who else, and Jacob actually joining back in. Marty Marr. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate y'all every single week. Always
don't forget Brother Cheetah.
Brother Cheetah, brother as well. Appreciate you in the comment, man. We enjoy everybody being on the show every single week, man. We greatly appreciate you guys. We know without you guys. So make sure y'all come in every single week, man. We got a show for you guys. We got lots of football to talk about. Like I said, it's only week 2, so we got a whole bunch of football to talk about, man. It's going to start heating up. The conversation's going to get real in depth. But I thank all you guys for that, and everybody in the panel as well. Be sure you got anything you want to say?
Nope. Go Lions. That's all I'm saying.
Monkey, you got anything you want to say?
Fucking Bills already won, man.
We're 2-0. We're 2-0 first.
Fuck you,
Robbie.
Don't hinder the Yinzer and Ryan Nelka. Quit using Siri to spell out your damn words.
All right, so I was going to take this home, man. Go put this final thought up. Let's go get up out of here because I got work to do on today. Success is the result of perfection, hard work, learning from failures, loyalty, and precision. That's the final thought of this week, man. We'll be back next week, same time, Saturday, 1 o'clock. Make sure y'all join. Good luck to everybody's team, other than the Bills. They played already. They're 2-0. So we'll see them for next week. All right, but good luck to everybody else. Go Steelers, man. Go Detroit and Lions. Fuck your teams. Fuck Baltimore. We're about to here, man. We'll see you next week, man. We out.
Fuck Chicago. I'll put it that way. We'll have a shout out to the end of the show of every team we hate the most. There you go.
Damn Baltimore.
There you go.
Fuck Patriots.
There you go.
Fuck
Tom Brady.
If fucking Patrick Mahomes keeps going, it's gonna be a fuck Patrick Mahomes here soon.
And,
there you go.
Don't eat the animals. Protect them.
All right, good night, y'all. We out here.
All right.
We analyze the games, break it down in all the ways, talking touchdowns, interceptions, and those incredible runs on the field. Action under the blazing sun. We bring you latest on the